this is what the show's about, free game. Because I think us as people, us in our culture, everything want to be instant.
Yeah, man.
Everything wants to be microwave. Everybody wants stuff to happen overnight.
Real quick. From ball playing to stunting, flows to have them bugging. They wanna know how we do it, but really, man, it's nothing. Conversation has changed, but game is still the same. Ray, Kyle, and Kev, Chanel, that be the gang. What we doing? Free game. What they want? Free game. Oh, we got it. Free game. Tell them again, what we doing? Free game. What they want? Free game. Oh, we got it. Free game. You keep the change. Shout out to Feel Good Media. Up next, the usual suspects.
Yo, welcome back, folks, to another episode of Free Game with the usual suspects, man. We got a very, very, very special guest today, man. This man took time out of his busy schedule to give us an hour or two of his time to give him his flowers. You know, Cape and Lopez standout, Goldie Beacom standout, High Flyer. I always try to compare you to Baron Davis, bro. I swear, that was what I wanted. I said, that's Baron Davis. That's who that is. But for those of y'all don't know, man, big bro, Derek Savage, man. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate y'all having me, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
Definitely, man.
My pleasure.
But we're gonna go straight into it, man. For those who don't know you, born and raised, man. What set you claiming?
Man, Lincoln, Delaware, man. Small town Lincoln, right around the area, Slaughter Neck with all the good parts.
Okay.
Yeah, born and raised there.
How many brothers you have?
2 brothers, 1 sister. I'm the youngest of 4.
Elliot and
Yeah, Els is me, L, Mike, then my sister Nikki.
and shout out Els and Mike, definitely.
Shout
and
out,
Nikki.
yes sir. This is
Definitely.
live. You took a lot of L's.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
you did.
I know you
Absolutely.
did.
Absolutely.
I know you did.
Absolutely, man. That's why
Because
Yeah,
I knew Elliot had game. He was the middle child, right?
Yeah, that was the middle.
But the older one I never seen hoop, but they said that he was bad though.
yeah, he was it.
They say he was bad.
Yeah,
They say he was bad though.
Yeah, he's
I seen him when he was older, like he came back out like during like when we was balling.
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
that was like when I seen him. So
Right. Yeah.
like Kyle said, took a lot of L's. You know, when did you start competing or actually winning those games?
Man, somewhere in high school.
Late.
Real talk.
Hell not giving up no easy wins. I know that was
I had to ask him. He said high school. He was still fresh.
Yeah.
Because L's ain't giving up no easy wins.
Nah.
He's not giving them up.
My intensity came from them, man. Like,
Man.
honestly, just growing up, it was them, but we grew up, you know how it's kind of community-wise. So
Right.
everywhere we hoop, there's at least 15 of just us. 15
Right.
to 20 of just us.
And from the people I know out Slaughter Neck, they riding anywhere. Bikes, carpool, anything. So about nothing.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody the other day, I was talking to my boy Eddie. I was like, dog, I don't know how we got where we got.
Right.
Because high school, I don't remember. My man Alan Silvers had a car.
Mhm.
He's like big bro. Then Mike ended up getting one, and then L ended up getting one.
Right.
L only 2 years older than me.
Right.
So he started working like 16, 17. So by that time, you know what I'm saying, we already done been up
Right.
there. But like I still don't remember how 15 to 20 of us was going places hooping.
Right.
Figured it out though. Somebody carpool,
But-
Mike came back.
Bro, but and it's crazy
Yeah.
because nowadays they're not figuring that out.
Nah.
Whereas when
Nah.
we was like the last cutoff of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because we all
What
the
did you
youngest.
hoop?
We all the youngest out of whoever group we came out of.
Yeah.
So we always was different from the kids our age because we was chasing
Yep.
older
Yep.
brothers, cousins.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? We all were the runts of our own clans. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
But man, those were good times because I remember I was at the docks though in Lewis, so it was nothing but a walk. But I used to catch the bus from school to Burton Village with Kev just to go hoop. You know they had that one court out there.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
That's the sacrifices and dumb stuff we used to do just to hoop. So I know what you mean about I don't know how 15 to 20 of us made it hooping. It happened though. You know what I'm saying? So you figure that's what shaped you, your mindset and your intensity for when we really saw you. Because my first time really seeing you hoop was your 10th grade year, open gym.
Oh, okay.
That was my first time seeing you hoop, and you wasn't even playing on the team at the time.
Nah.
You was just out there killing that open gym.
Yeah,
And I mean killing because this is
that was my game time.
this was Larry, Dwayne, Tonio, Mackey.
Yeah.
That's
out
who
there
that's
rocking
who the
with
big
them.
dogs is
Yeah,
at the
he
time.
rocking with
But
them.
he's rocking over them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Thaddeus Shockley was.
Thad was out there.
Yeah,
Shout out to
small
Thad
too.
too. Yeah. So
Athlete.
and I see you at open gym, and I'm like, man, they gonna be nice this year. You know what I'm saying? But you know, for reasons that it didn't happen. But let's take off your 11th grade year because that's when you hit the scene. That's when everybody else get to see what we've been seeing for years,
Right.
building up.
Right.
So, what was it like when you finally?
Cam, what?
Man, listen,
Who is
he
he?
gave y'all a triple double his first year.
Come on, bro. I know everything.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hold up.
Man,
I'm
listen.
from Brownaway. I know everybody. I don't know him.
Right. Y'all beat us by 15, but Derek definitely he was still player of the week. But so you know you didn't play school sports until your junior year, and shout out to Coach Hazard, right?
Yeah.
Give him his
Yeah,
props
Coach
for that,
Story,
for
yeah.
reasons for those who do know. So,
Right.
what's your mindset when you finally like, okay, I'm playing this year? What is young Sab going through?
Man, I was happy, dog. Like, so growing up, none of us, like, neither one of my brothers played.
Right.
I ain't played till my junior year. And it's really like, I tell you right now, I still don't really know the reason. To
Right.
be completely honest,
Right.
like, I've asked my pops, my parents, whatever. He kind of gave me a reason, but I think I didn't want to hear it.
Right.
So that's probably why I don't really understand. So I really couldn't give you a legit answer why.
Right.
But
Definitely.
but it's, I mean, everything happened for a reason is what it is. Like, I don't regret it. I don't go off of it. Like,
Right.
it don't.
It didn't stop you or slow you down.
Yeah,
Let's put that there.
Yeah.
Because regardless, a man could have had his shot in 6th grade, a man could have had his shot in 9th grade, a man could have had his shot when he did. But all that matters is what you did when you got
Right.
your shot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
At the end of the day.
Right. Yeah.
It's a guy that's been out there since 7th grade making the team, but he ain't do what you did in 2 years.
Right.
So
You went to college, bro.
come on, man. So through all the petty, I mean, through whatever happened,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But your mindset is: are you nervous? Or are you anxious? Or are you, you know what I'm saying? What type of emotion can you remember at that point in time?
Definitely nervous. I mean, playing basketball all your life it is what it is.
Right.
When you get on the floor and you're under whistles, it's different lights, bro.
Different
It's
is.
just
And
different.
the crowd is right
Yeah,
there.
man.
Bro, because there's players in that same open gym you was at that was killing.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on
100%,
now.
100%.
There's players that man, there's
100%.
players in open gym that when we were seniors,
Mhm.
us three be on the team, it'd be a player or two, they team up and they might run the gym.
Right. Right.
But then they make the team and then they get underneath the lights.
It's different.
And it's a different world.
Yeah, so it was nerves, but it took me a couple games to kind of get used to it. But I was always, being the youngest one, everything I did was to get on the floor. So
Right.
I always was trying to do the right thing.
Right.
So, like, on the floor with them, I'm running, I'm jumping, I'm rebounding, I'm defending,
Right.
hustling. I'm just doing all that so I can be on the floor. Because
Right.
everybody that I play with is older than me.
And
so,
you do that naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, it's your strength.
And it came from that.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, it legit came
Exactly.
from that, dog. Because if I didn't do that stuff, I wouldn't get on the floor because I couldn't score better than my big brothers and my cousins.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I couldn't shoot better than them. I really couldn't handle the ball better than them.
Right.
So it's like, what you gonna do to go on the floor? So if today
Right.
is rebounding, I'm rebounding.
Right.
If today is strapping up, I'm strapping up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy because now, I like when we do these interviews because we be finding out little stuff about people.
Yeah.
And as you say that,
Mm-hmm.
and now me knowing playing with you, I'm like, okay, it makes sense now.
Cause that's his strength.
Because you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, like when you out and you already smart. Like all your brothers are smart. I see
Yeah.
that just by playing with them. So it's
Yeah.
like you had to figure out the game and do something else to play.
100%.
It makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
Like,
man.
damn, because playing with you, yeah, we can give you the ball. You can be a point.
Right, right.
And that's
You
what
know
I
what
was
I'm
about to
saying?
allude to because I'm like, he named everything but his game in a sense. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and being the runt of the pack, that's why naturally, instinctively, that's why we're dogs. You can hustle,
Yeah.
you can rebound, you're not scared. You don't have to even touch the
Everybody-
ball to be effective in the
Right,
game.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Natural.
even think about it, like when we all coaches now, so we see the foundation of each individual player that we touch. And a lot of players don't have that, but those type of players you see, okay, if I could put that into them, what I learned late, I know what I could be, because I've always seen Baron Davis in you, bro. That was all I ever seen, because you was our guard in a sense, because Mackey only ran the point when he got hot because Tingle knew what he was gonna do with it.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, bro. His name always gonna come up in these shows.
Every episode.
But that's why when you say you couldn't handle better than nobody, yada yada yada, I'm like, man, shit. Well, you had at least an 8 out of 10 in my eyes, 7.5 out of 10 on a handle scale. So, like Smoke said, now you knowing the little shit, the shit that you see, and the shit that your strengths are. So that definitely, what you're saying adds up to what our eye test even sees, and probably majority of the eye test that's around here.
A lot of people can't, like how I said, like now, a lot of people can't play with us.
Yeah,
Because you gotta understand the game. You gotta understand coming over here, nah, you're not about to get 25, 30. It's not your
We don't know
shot.
who gonna get 25,
Right, you
30.
know what I'm saying? It's between this person, this person, this person.
Right.
Because they proven in this.
Right.
You just do little things.
Right.
And we gonna win.
Right.
Especially early, man. But so, jump ball, 11th grade year, first game is who the fuck did we play? Oh shit, I don't even remember because I was in 10th grade. I was on the bench. Yeah, shit, 10th grade, my 10th grade year. Shit, I should have been on JV. Shit, Troy had me out there riding the bench in 10th grade. No bull. I should have been on JV, kill it. I'm up here because I got to face Dre Scott, Maggie, Scott Shop, Jordan. Doug, man, listen.
Shout out to homie
Come
Dre
on now.
too. I talked to him today.
So, and Dre not coming up off his
I
spot.
talked to him today, Dre.
Dre,
Okay,
that's
okay.
we definitely got to get him when he come.
Yeah.
Definitely got to get him when he
Another
come.
nut.
So my 10th grade year was pretty much a wash. I had one start against Indian River. I shot probably like 17 shots. If I hit 4 of them, bro. But I got my rocks off. I
Right,
told myself
right.
all year, I said, yo, if I ever get a start, I'm going to make the most of it.
Got to.
But I was, and like I tell these boys, I was never scared of the moment. Even from the door. I used to love the gym. You know what I'm saying? But I grew into a way, way better player than that. But so we jump all year, 11th grade year. What was something early that you was like, okay, this ain't in the backyard, or this ain't open gym? Besides the ref, besides the crowd, as far as the game, from basket to basket, line to line.
Honestly, nothing was new. It was just terminology.
Right.
Like learning, kind of how Kyle was just talking about. Playing on a team, you got to kind of know your role, know what's what. Like a lot of people can play basketball,
Talk
but a
that
lot
shit.
of people smart, bro.
Talk that
So, like, it's a lot of cats with talent that lose a lot. They wonder why they lose. It's the small stuff, bro.
IQ trumps it all.
You know what I'm saying?
Come
It's some little
Yeah.
things, man. IQ is it's understanding that I can shoot 20 times, but if I shoot 15 and get both of them
And the flow of the
3 to
game.
5 there, we gonna be a lot more effective.
That's-
You know what I'm saying? Like,
man.
I mean, that's always kind of been simple to
But
me.
you know what is
but-
so crazy though? Everybody underneath that umbrella that come on here say the same shit. Shamik said the same exact thing you said. You know what I'm saying?
You
Even
know where they
Drew,
come from.
Drew even said the same exact
You know
thing
where
that
they
you
come
said.
from.
And as we get down the line of Tingle's umbrella, I guarantee everybody gonna say the same exact thing.
100%. 100%. I've never been more in shape or disciplined than the 1 year I played with.
They don't know about that one ice chip, man.
Yeah,
that one ice chip?
Great. That was y'all. I never got. You know what he told us?
What?
He said, yo, water's for people that's weak.
Oh yeah.
He didn't give us water breaks.
Y'all didn't get that?
No.
Oh, yeah,
Ice chips
See,
came
we
next
got-
year.
Yeah, we got the
I
chip.
forgot
Ice
because
chips next year,
see,
bro.
it's messing me
We
up
were the
because
first year.
this is your 11th grade year. It's
Yeah.
not our 11th grade
Right,
year.
right.
You're gonna get older than
Yeah.
us. We still got
Yeah, you played
Hazard
with
at
the
this point.
senior.
Yeah, bro. Like
So-
his first year was my senior year.
What was your what was the main breakout game for you? You can remember your 11th grade year? Because I can remember a couple.
I personally don't think I had one.
How
My
everybody
junior
know
year?
about you?
I don't know. That's a
Man,
great
you had a
question,
triple
bro.
double against Central. We got beat by 15, but you
That's
had.
probably why.
You know what I'm saying?
That's probably they didn't pay it no mind. Y'all paid it mind.
I paid it mine. I'm
You know what
watching.
saying? But
I had the best seat in the house
What you
at the
think,
time.
Wiz? You know how we was coming. You know how we was coming.
Yeah. That you know what?
Because
that
you
might have
punched
been
Drew
it.
shit.
That might have been
You
it.
punched Drew shit. That was Central was the game because you was the best player on the floor, and I'm gonna just keep it to you with you. At that point in time, at that game right there, at that moment, you were the best player on that floor, and that's why I think that might have been because that was early in the season. They slapped us early in Central.
Junior.
But I think that was the game where I was like, me personally, since you don't know, for me, watching, I'm like, man, this nigga is going toe to toe with Drew. I know what that nigga built like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what Jamil built. I know what these dudes, and you don't even really know because this your first year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's for me. I'm like,
I told you when I seen
you
him,
just playing though.
When I seen him,
Big ass cat mustache. Yo.
I'm like, yo, they out there recruiting. like shit, I'm from around the way. I know everybody around there. I don't know him.
Yo.
Like,
Yeah, bro.
Backyard.
Because then I think we losing them, then we play Slam Dunk. That's when bro got his starting spot, Slam Dunk. We played the LZ boys.
Yeah.
We lost that game, but you and Kev was the only two stars of that game.
Right.
Kev led us in scoring, but you had like 15, 16 boards, and you was going toe to toe with LZ. You know they weren't really scores,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying? He went toe to toe with him.
Come on, man.
But
But there was a whole lot of size that year.
man, listen, and we just get started when we went down.
Yeah.
Water down, man.
Yo, you think about that eloping. We was just talking to Keon back then. It was Tech. You figured the Final Four was Tech, Dover, and Central.
Yep.
And CR was no slouch that year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter
Laura
of fact,
wasn't no slouch
I'm
that
gonna tell you
year.
how. I'm gonna tell you. I hit the free throws to send us to the Bob at CR. Remember them joints? Like, so CR wasn't no.
Now they had the boy Mayo.
It was not weak.
They had Josh 10th grade
Like,
year.
it was not weak.
They was not. They was tough. Then you figure Laura was tough because they won the South that year.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure it was some. Seaver was tough. They had Brett Williams. CJ was CJ Scott. I think they had.
No, CJ was.
CJ
He was
Steve.
02. He was 2 years. But that was I think was it
Before
Palmer?
them. Before them.
Was it Palmer that was there? That year? They had Seifert had.
They had
no,
Brett
was it-
Williams. They had two tall.
They had Brent.
Okay.
They had two
Okay.
tall.
Me and Brett played AAU together.
Gotcha. Cause you remember? I don't know if y'all remember the was it Ricketts, the twins from Law? Cause they was there right before LZ boys got big.
Yeah.
They was both like
They-
6'4".
They had
like
the Ridley boy
wings.
too.
Really, that's what it was.
He played football. That nigga was
Yeah,
6'6".
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. He went to Villanova.
Man.
Wide receiver.
There was a lot going on.
Man, it was a lot going on down there, man. And everybody was a dog. You know what I'm saying? You figure we was 10 and 11. We was like, okay, we won
Dover
10.
always been dope.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. So when you look at that and like you're competing, because what you get that year? All conference.
my
17, 13.
junior, I don't remember. I really don't remember, bro.
Yo, so what
You
year
had to
was
do
it when y'all
something.
got funky with the alleys and shit, bro? Was that our junior year or was that your sophomore?
That
That was your
senior
senior
year.
year.
That was
At
senior
Cape.
year. That was senior. That was senior.
I mean,
Okay.
Seaford was the show-off place, but it was a lot of places that felt the rap. But Seaford, I think I threw like shit, like 4 lobs a game.
I think I had 8 dunks between
You had
2
8
games.
dunks. No, you had 5. You had 5 dunks. I think Mo T threw your lob and the rest belonged to Kev.
Yeah,
And that was a show, bro, because I knew, like, I dunked in practice, you know what I'm saying? But we see you do these in practice, and that was like the first time you really was like displayed it. And I'm like, yo, windmill. Man, you did every dunk. You did every dunk in the dunk contest, bro.
probably. I don't know what it was about Seifert, but
You love playing
the
that.
lane just opened up for some reason.
There wasn't much, yeah.
That's
It
why.
didn't go. It was just a show. No disrespect, but I mean, that was just on my playground over
Y'all
there.
wasn't right. Y'all wasn't right there.
It's not my fault, but
Yeah.
What year was that? That was 04.
That was
that was 04. Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
we
that's
ain't got
live.
Seaford that
That's
year.
live.
Yeah.
That's live. Came in Milford.
Easy.
So let's go. Let's set the tone. Let's set the tone for that, because Derek don't remember nothing about his junior year. So let's set the tone.
Oh, yeah. Break it down.
Break it down, because I forgot it.
I was at Central losing.
Yeah, man.
What, junior year?
That the lob you talked about at Milford.
No, that was his senior year.
That's what I'm saying. Let's go to senior year, because Derek talked about.
I mean, we were just playing
Junior
Milford and we were blowing them
Yeah.
out and people were
I
leaving.
remember your junior year. I had the best seat in the house.
And it was coming. People was actually leaving from both sides, going down.
Where?
I think it was up like 20 or something.
Yeah, it was
Stephon Dukes. What's the light skinned boy name?
Tim Pitts.
Tim Pitts, breaking
Yo,
ball.
Tim Pitts. That's my name. Tim, what up, baby?
It's crazy. And Dukes.
Yeah.
They had a couple
RJ,
more guys.
That
RJ was the
one.
big
Because
guy.
you know them all. You know them all.
all the homies.
George Dowden, RJ
Yeah.
Chandler.
Hey, what's my other boy?
Which one?
Is it King?
Derek
Derek
King.
King. Yeah,
George.
He talking about the light skinned boy with the George short.
Real short.
Yeah,
Real
that
short light-skinned boy.
We battled all the time.
Gibbs. His last name
Good
Gibbs.
people,
ain't it?
though.
Eddie Gibbs.
Eddie Gibbs. Yeah.
But back to Stephon. As they was leaving, I'm talking about both sides up 20 going down. I think I might have got a steal or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it was a little break.
And it was a break, me and Derek, and it was Stephon, and Stephon never seen Derek. He thought I was gonna lay it up, left hand off the glass. And when he turned around, He still tastes Derek nuts. We're all cool, but stop it. That's a picture to remember. I still got that. And I always seen it when I watched the video, because I kept running. If you watch the video, I just threw it off the glass and kept running towards the locker room.
That makes sense too.
And
That
everybody,
makes sense.
all they heard was the dunk, and then everybody just turned around. That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
That was crazy though.
dog. Because when you,
I was at half court. when you
I
did
didn't think
that,
he was
though.
gonna get it.
I remember
I
that.
mean, it was
wasn't
like
sure either.
they got you the paper like
Yes,
this.
sir.
listen, Kev, when you threw that alley, dog,
He threw it left handed
Yes.
with his off hand.
nothing in me was like, I'm gonna catch this.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Yeah.
No, it was
Dog.
crazy. It went. I didn't.
I felt like the way you threw it, it felt like you threw the ball in a chest pass.
Yeah, that's what it.
Bro,
That's
that
exactly
thing
what I
was-
was saying. It was different.
Yo,
Man,
so-
offhand. I just wanted to make sure it was on the glass.
yeah, that thing was hard.
Yo,
So-
I think it was like maybe a step and a half in front of the foul line. If that, I just know the paper got him like this, man.
yeah, I
Just
had a
said,
picture. I can't find
Ew.
it.
Stephon turned
Ew.
around. Oh, that's ill.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But you start feeling yourself your senior year. Like
Yeah.
you start playing tactical now.
I understood the game.
Right,
this year.
right,
Junior year,
right.
literally, it was still all athleticism, just running, jumping.
Right.
And that was probably the biggest
And see,
difference
that's-
between those 2
And
years.
see now, cause I'm on the floor now. See now I'm on the floor now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the floor now. So I'm really like, okay, let's rock. But you get tactical. You start, your handle gets better.
Yeah.
Your decision making gets better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you figure we actually a team because it's me, you, Mackie, Kev. Who the fuck was the fifth?
Jordan.
It was, I
His
think
senior
shots,
year.
it started, shot and
Shot,
started.
and then Jordy came back from injury. It might have been Jordy some game.
Yeah, because that was,
But it's supposed to be this man.
yeah.
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
That would have been disrespectful for
That
the
was a
state.
state
Tell you.
championship.
That would have been
That was
disrespectful.
a state championship.
Literally talking about that.
It been us four and Mackie.
No, I'm talking about starting five. His
Yeah.
senior year.
Matt
though.
was
That was
at the
a
point.
state championship.
And then was me at the two.
Real.
I think it was Scott shot.
Scott might have been at the
I think he started
Cause Jordan
at the beginning of the
started
season.
hurt. Because Jordan was hurt at the beginning of the year.
Beginning of the season, Scott was starting, and then it was us two, and
But,
then
man,
it was I don't
I don't
know.
know who the fifth was.
That was it. Matt.
Okay.
Yeah, Matt, Ray, us two, and Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's the year we had Josh Barkowski big behind.
Yo, that was the fifth.
Yeah,
Josh started starting, dog. Yes,
Did
he
he?
did. Josh started
Did he?
starting. Man, stop it. You know his
They moved
game
Scott
got better.
down?
His game got
Scott
better.
did end up. He ended up getting pushed to the bench.
Way to the
but-
bench. Duff was
Yeah.
getting more minutes than
There
Scott.
was phone calls behind that year and the phone. you know, basketball life.
Yeah.
Yo, Barkowski got nice towards the end of the year, though. He was a
So he
project.
just played football. Tim
Yeah.
said he was just gonna build him up the rebound.
Absolutely.
He came a long way.
Yes, he
It
did.
was a big help because I was guarding fives and I'm still the same size I was in high school.
Exactly. I'm right with you. I was
Yeah.
glad when he stepped on that floor. I just wish he could make a layup more consistent.
Yeah.
That boy could finish.
He was weak.
Yeah.
Yo, we had a real identity though, and that's why
Yeah.
I felt like that year was like you start feeling yourself because you were the head, and you had everything you needed to run. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you had shooters, you had kept banging with you and doing what he do down there. Barkowski, another gunner Scott. You got Jordy can ball handle, shoot a little bit. Because all our offense ran through you. Like Tingle he really put the strain on Mac a little bit. Him and Mac was butting heads that
I
year.
can understand
Yeah.
why.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand
Why
why.
not? He's the better
I
player.
can
He's the better
understand why.
player.
I
He's
know
the better
him.
player.
But y'all know Jones though.
That was trying to say that.
Jones had his own
Yo,
section.
yo,
Went to the game. Jones had his own section.
Yo,
Ain't nobody in high school had her own section.
Yo, but Dre Scott not making it no better because Dre's not playing, and then he's like, "Yo, Mackie, you know
Yeah.
Grace lead scorer right now."
Because he played a junior year.
What? Man, listen, bro. Oh my God. But even though it didn't matter because Derek was the best player on the team. He was you. Like that's why I would have been a crazy dynamic because he would have never touched the ball. He would have just been catching lobs, catching on the wing. We'd have been that's why it would have been that much better. But
Yeah.
you like, and I just tip my hat off to you because what did you do that summer? Did you take basketball serious? Was it a different summer than what your 9th grade, 10th grade summer was like? Like what changed?
Yeah, it was different in the fact that I understood like organized basketball. Like
Terminology started coming to
the terminology, then kind of basic fundamentals. Like I said, I was all raw talent.
Did
So
you-
after my junior year, I learned, okay, all right, this guy pops, that guy cuts,
yeah,
that guy
right,
flex.
right.
I'm like, okay,
See, and that's what I was
that
just
makes
about to
sense.
say.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
now, when you hear terminology, you know the end result.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
Right.
okay, pick and roll. Okay, pick and pop. Okay, help defense. Oh, weak side. Oh,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. Okay, I know the result now,
Yep.
so I
Do
can
what I
judge.
gotta do.
I can
Right.
judge everything else
Right.
off of knowing the
Yeah.
results.
So after my junior year, when I would hoop with anybody, when I would just hoop regular rec, I applied the game. I'm like, why would I not use the work here over here?
Right,
like,
right.
That's when I start to see like the difference between how you say levels.
Yeah.
I start to see that in my
Yeah,
junior year,
it's
dog.
different.
Cause I'm like, just like you said earlier, I can see somebody that can be out BH who get in the game, snake it up.
Right.
Then I can see somebody that's in an organized game, be solid, and go out BH and get
And be
torched.
done.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, something don't add up, bro.
Right.
So I'm like, if I can't be great at both of these, then I'm not that good.
You're not that
You
good.
dig what I'm saying? So
You're
I
not
started
that good.
applying stuff from my junior year to just regular rec. So once I started doing that, I started understanding the game a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So when senior year came, it was more so I akin it to like when Blake Griffin came to the league, got hurt. So a lot of people get mad that he won the Rookie of the Year, and like I understand it.
Right.
Because not only do you have your ability already as a
Right.
rookie,
That's coming back regardless.
but he done learned the rhythm of the game.
The little
He learned the
stuff.
speed. He learned
New
the pace.
terminology.
He learned the schedule.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
he learned all that his whole rookie year. So his second year, you're not a rookie no more, bro.
that same thing with Ben.
Yep, Ben Simmons, same thing. That's why Donovan Mitchell was tight. You know what I'm saying?
Donovan
Like,
should have won that.
We had that
It was the
whole,
same
we had
thing.
the whole year.
Because who did
You know what
Blake?
I'm saying? Like-
Blake took it from somebody that deserved it too.
Damn.
oh yeah, yep. I don't know who Blake took it from. Who Blake took it from? I can't remember that year. I just remember Simmons and Mitchell.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? Like that's
That's
a
real,
small
though.
advantage. But
That's
you go
real.
from 30 games a season to 82. That's an adjustment, bro. I don't care how nice you are.
You
Like-
them to tripled your games.
That's you know what I'm saying. So that's an adjustment you got to make as a rookie. That's whole part of that process, and that was what it was for me for my junior year. Like it was just learning the schedule, learning how the game go, learning organize, like learning what strategy mean. You know what I'm saying? Like help defense. Ain't know what help
Right.
defense was, bro. It's like yo, I got him. I'm guarding him.
And no, and even like
guard your man,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like
guard your man.
That's all I knew.
And even from a perspective like, I know the other team's gonna try to take this away from me.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
Because
right.
for real, as you're telling your story, I'm just trying to just put it in perspective. It's like, in order to go to the next level, you have to learn something new. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
when you say that the backyard turns into your junior year, then your junior year turns into your senior year. When you show off, make a name, what was your accolades your senior year? And like I said, your first year, I had the best seat in the house. And then the second year, I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I seen it all.
That's
And-
special. For
And
real.
I, like I said, that's when I even called you, even to set this up. I'm like, bro, there's no way that Derek Savage not coming on this shit.
Right.
Like, ain't no way in
Yeah,
hell, bro.
some people we just got to get on.
You know what
That's
I'm
why
saying?
you were Zion
Yeah.
before Zion because if we could put those tapes out there between from your 11th grade year to your senior year with
Yeah.
just
If
the
you had
knowledge
some-
you
yeah.
brought.
Yeah. Shit,
and
kid.
they would say, "Who's Zion?" And then Derek Savage.
But the crazy part is, like now, like I said, looking back, when I did used to see you, how you played or even how you dunked, you never thought you didn't play freshman and sophomore. You know what I'm saying?
right, yeah,
like
yeah,
you know what I mean? You wouldn't
yeah.
think that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, man, I told you. When I see you out there, I'm like, hold up. I know everybody from around that way. I don't know him. He, you know what I'm saying? He had that dumb bounce.
Right.
Like you said.
Dumb bounce,
and that,
bro.
That Baron Davis, it does match up. You know what I'm saying?
Same jump
It
shot.
really does match
Same
up.
streaky jump shot.
Same
You
size.
got better
same-
in college, though.
Big ass camera. But yeah, let's go to that. Goldie B.
Yeah, yes,
you know
sir.
what I'm saying? We want to, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Goldie
Y'all
B.
brothers. Y'all
Shout
brothers.
out.
Two-way
Shout out.
brothers.
You know what I mean? Shout out.
I'm gonna make sure you get all state.
Yeah, I was third team all state my senior year. I
13
remember
all
that.
state?
Yeah, I made third team all state my senior year. Of course, all conference stuff.
Right.
Yeah, about
Blue gold game, of
Yeah,
course.
blue gold. Yeah, blue gold.
Did you get a dunk contest?
So
I lost that joint to Cody White, bro.
you missed your dunk.
Because I missed my first.
Yeah, you missed your dunk. That was
He
it.
made all three heads. I missed my first one.
Come on.
I missed my first.
Shout out to Cody, though.
Tony, you my boy.
Yeah, he
Shout
got
out to my boy.
Yeah.
That's real.
Can't be mad at you at all.
He'll
At
still
all.
say that
At
to this
all.
day too.
So-
So beat you in dunk contest. Shut up, man.
So before we get into y'all boys at Goldie,
Yeah.
what is your mindset after blue and gold game? Because that's the last hooping you do for high school at that point.
Bro, I said I gotta be a guard. Like I realized it. Like,
Yeah.
like I said, junior year I just learned how to basically.
But that
play the
gives you
game
an
for themselves.
advantage though too. Not just because it's better for your career.
Yeah.
It is better for your career, but you still could have made it in any position. But
Right,
being
right,
a
right.
guard,
Yeah, I looked at the game at the next level because coming out of high school, I wasn't even like I hoop, love playing, love competing, but I was like, man, it wasn't a lot of interest at that time. Wasn't a lot of exposure. Like
Social media did you so much justice.
I would have loved social media.
Damn,
That's
right.
that's
I
it
would
for
love
me.
social media.
What?
You would have
Yeah.
a full scholarship.
Right.
everything.
Right.
That's the
Bible.
shit.
What?
That's
Even
the secret game. They
anywhere.
would flew you
Yeah.
out there.
Anywhere, bro. And
I'm
that's why.
That's what hurt us too.
Yeah.
We all.
Man, come on now.
Yeah.
But see, and that's why,
So
I say that because you were that good in that.
Yeah.
Your eye test, your eye test was off the charts.
Give 'em that.
You know what I'm saying? Your eye test was off the chart. If you made a video from your 11th to 12th grade year, you wouldn't even have to put a jump shot in there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
On with social media nowadays, just your natural ability and plays that you make and how you make them and what it looked like
Right.
to be so explosive at 6'3", 6'2", whatever they want to list you at in that area,
Right.
it would have did you so much justice.
I can see you in a Tar Heel jersey now.
And I just want everybody to know where your game was at because you don't really hoop as much, and when you do, you're smarter now. You know what I'm saying? You don't use explosion.
Dude, that
So-
hurt later.
Man, listen, that shit kills you.
Tell me about it.
That's why I want
Tell me
to
about it.
Listen.
Man, them jumping days are over.
But that's why for whoever sees this, I want to let them know how good you was.
Right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real.
That's
real.
how
Don't
real
do no
it was.
captain on here. That's real.
Like when it comes to eye test, you're not gonna find too many that had that better. When you look at them, you walk in the gym like, damn. Like a trip on down on offense and a trip down on defense. A real coach or somebody that really knows the game, that's scouting. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking about the average eye. We're talking about a scouting level. A scout gonna look like, damn, he running about a 4'3". He probably got a 90-inch vertical. He got handle.
He's rolling.
He has IQ.
He's boxing out. He's not, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at the little things.
You know what I'm saying? And he can handle the ball. That's my point guard for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? That's how any Division I program thinks.
Right. Right.
And that's why I need to make it known before we even get to Goldie Beacon. Like, coming out of high school, that's where your stop would have been.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Out of high school, your stop with social media
Right.
and actually getting that platform, it would have been through the roof, bro. It would have been through the roof. So, your mindset is going into... So, when did the Goldie thing come into play?
Blue gold game.
Blue, right after that.
Yep.
What you do in the
Before-
blue gold game make them come to you like that?
Man, I just had a good spurt, honestly.
Yeah.
Because my blue gold year, that was Eggerson blue gold year.
Oh, so it went about there.
Yeah, not at all. He was.
Well, he's already going Georgetown.
Yeah, he was already going to Georgetown. He's still out there hooping. But blue gold, I had a good spurt. Like, I think I scored double digits that game. I think, but it was one spurt where like, yeah, kind of like I hit like back-to-back jumpers. Got like a fast break joint, got like a steal or something. But it's like a little span.
So who came to you? Chuck?
Yeah.
Shout out to Chuck,
Yeah,
man.
Coach Chuck is my guy, man.
Shout out to Chuck.
I love him to this
What,
day,
AD
man.
now?
No, that man is the dean of students, bro.
Word?
Dean of the dude run the school.
Yo.
He just kept.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
No Bernadette?
Nope. He took her spot. I think she retired.
No
Maybe. I don't
disrespect
know.
when Bernadette, you did have to get up out of there.
Right is right.
And you know how I
don't even know what y'all talking about. It sound good, though.
Because you had to go to Kagodi. You know what I'm saying? You had to go to Kagodi
Yeah.
small. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's love, yo.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
I couldn't, for me personally, I couldn't have picked a better place. Like,
Word.
it was small enough, close enough to everything, far enough from home.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I was in the mix.
Right.
That's why I can't say. That's why I say Wilmington up. You know what I'm saying? 141, all that. Come on,
Yep.
man. You know
Yep.
we already know
Yeah.
all about that.
Sure.
So that's why I say
Sure.
like Wilmington, Newark is like my second home. For real.
Yeah, because every time I go up there, you show me roads I ain't never even
Come on,
knew
bro.
about.
I've been all- Come on, you know anywhere I go, you know.
Talking about this a big circle. I can't tell, nigga.
Come on, bro.
Shit. I don't know where we at.
Yeah. There's a lot going on up there, man.
Chuck.
So,
So he hit me. So after high school, after the season was over, like my thought process, yo, I'm gonna go to UD. I'm gonna try to walk on. Both my brothers was already there. They were already there at school.
He had a hell of a chance. Let's be real.
You know what I'm saying?
He had a
So-
hell of a chance.
I felt, I'm like, listen, I said, at worst, it's gonna be somebody on that team I can outwork. I said, at
So that's
worst.
your mindset?
That's my mindset coming out of high school.
because that's what you grew up on. You
Right.
back to your roots at this point. Because
Is
that's
it?
what college is about.
Yeah.
We all went to
Starting
college.
over,
We
bro.
all went to college.
Yeah, you really do.
over.
You really
Back
do.
then, I had a rude awakening at college because my mindset wasn't like that. My mindset was like, because I went for baseball.
Right.
My mindset was like,
Big
shit,
I'm the
man,
best
I'm
nigga out
the best nigga out this bitch.
Right.
By the fall time, I was like, damn, I gotta get on the field.
Right.
And my first year, you know what I'm saying, was a rude awakening, but shit.
Yeah.
I went and I claimed that spot my next 2 years, all conference, all that
That's
shit.
what it's about.
Preseason All American.
That's what it's about.
But that first year,
yeah.
Man, listen, I was man.
So,
Yeah.
did you-
It slapped the shit out of me,
You
bro.
got 1,000 at Goldie?
I got 1,000 at Goldie. Actually, I got like 13 something at Goldie.
They got you in the books at Goldie.
Yeah.
So what's your? How many years is it? 4?
Flip
Yeah.
the pages.
So what- so
your
what you
name's
do
in
first?
black.
Yes, sir.
On the white
All
page?
locked in. Locked
Hall of
in.
Fame.
Yeah.
That's special.
Hey,
They just
hold
don't
on,
get that out.
I like to get that too.
Yes, indeed.
We'll talk about
We'll
that.
talk about that later. Your
We'll
story
talk
coming.
about that.
We're gonna get yours. We're gonna get yours.
Right now, we're
It's
talking about
Derek.
Derek's now.
Look, because I
Stop.
said, they gave my boy Derek here and said, rightfully so, rightfully so. Don't y'all forget.
It's coming,
Don't
bro.
y'all forget.
It's coming. I say right
Yeah,
now, it's
so-
coming.
Man,
Man, it's
listen,
so,
so-
right now, bro. But
So you think?
Who'd you play with your freshman year? Because I missed you again at Goldie.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I keep fucking missing you.
Yeah,
Well, I came up with Tingle.
He came a year right after.
So who you play with? Because I caught some of them. I caught some of them.
Yeah.
You know?
So that first year, man, I don't know if you're gonna remember nobody from that first. That first year was ugly, dog. Like that was a whole rebuilding thing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm about
what
to
you
ask.
walked into.
Right. They
It
told me
worked.
that.
Yeah, what you
They
walked
told me
into.
that, 'cause they was like, yeah, I've been
Love.
here for 2-3 years. I'm like, damn, so y'all already, you know what I mean? Been,
Right.
yeah, they said they was, yeah.
My first year. So the year before I got there was, I don't know. I was Coach Chuck's first recruit. So my first year was like his first full year. Year before I got there, they were 4-23.
That's a long season.
Our high school team could have went up there.
Son,
Man, listen.
4-23, dog.
Man.
So
So that, before you even get,
go ahead. Yeah.
that's one thing I do not like about our in-state programs. Think about all the talent been in this state from the 80s to now.
Yeah.
Why the hell we've at least had 3 men guards to 3 men. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can go out of state and get the big men,
Right.
but
right.
none of
you
these
got,
schools.
You got dogs in your backyard.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You got a
yeah.
whole community.
Yeah.
When I look at the Halopin I grew
Y'all
up
been
in,
slipping. Y'all been
the Halopin I watched,
You
the
did, you been
Halopin I
slipping.
know,
For years.
and even years
Slipping.
after me, I'm like, yo, we could have ran the MEAC for years. We could have ran the CAA for years. We could have ran Wesley Conference for years.
Well, I had to go
Golden
up there
Conference
with
for
what we
years.
had in the summertime beating them guys. I knew I could have.
That's what I'm saying.
I was
to
trying
come
to
up
do
there and beat the
homework.
fucking
Man, come
basketball
on, man.
team. Like, they'll
Man,
say,
listen.
all of them. We used to run up there and
That
bust
is
their
one
ass.
thing that I've always resented against all of our colleges and state because you go way to Chicago to get the
Or
5th
New
best
York.
player on that
New York
team
somewhere.
instead of getting the 2 best players out of this conference,
Yeah.
getting the best wingman out of this conference.
Yeah. And
I don't understand that, man.
Last time they did get in state,
What happened? Didn't they?
Kendall Gray,
Dre Matthews.
Kendall Williams, well Dre, that was early.
Yeah.
that was Dre and
You know what I'm
Gates.
saying?
Yeah, but when
But
it started
that's-
over the years.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
recent time.
Yeah.
Kendall and them when they
Laura
when all
But
them.
you got figured, they was mostly transfers.
Oh yeah, you talking about at one time too though.
Yeah, at one
But
time.
even still, it shows.
Yeah, yep.
But it shows what you can do with it with the chemistry.
I think
Who else wound up transferring? Lark wound up transferring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck you got transferred?
But
You
I-
already been right there.
yeah.
Because me and Keon was talking about this. We just did Keon last night. Shout out Keon too, man. Big big dog. But it's just it doesn't make any sense because I even lost my goddamn train of thought fucking with y'all, man. Shouting out Keon.
Talking about these
Like the
Nah,
in-state.
it was just
yeah,
about-
in-state not
Yeah,
recruiting.
it just don't make no sense though because the chemistry will already be there. Niggas know pecking order.
Right,
Say like if
right.
Kyle and Josh Thornton, just to say they was the best 2 players down this way. If Kyle and Josh Thornton go to Dell State, how good is Dell State?
Very.
Come on, you got a shooter
Right.
and you got one of the best guards. You can win to me at Kyle's sophomore year,
Right.
or even UD or something like that. Just to put in perspective though, like
Yeah.
even with you.
On a side note, real quick, Jair Davis from up Sanford going to UD, so shout out to him.
Man,
I saw that. It made me happy, bro.
Right, yeah.
It made me happy. Ain't gonna stunt, bro.
No, bro,
I
because
liked it, bro.
one of the real reasons why we're giving y'all boys y'all flowers and documenting the history, you know what I'm saying? Because we ain't never put this on here, but just to sum it up, is because I feel a wave coming. I feel like it's our time to actually have an area where we produce hoopers. Because our history is rich. We've been doing it for a while. They just ain't known about us.
Right.
This new wave of kids, when you look at them going to college, they're not going to college to be just role players.
Right,
They
yeah.
going to be the man.
Yeah.
It's like coming to America. I mean, would you look on the map and think of coming to Delaware?
You know what I'm saying? But we got a lot. We got a lot.
Right.
Which I respectfully so.
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I feel you.
Respectfully so though. But
Yeah.
but this just to give y'all boys y'all flowers. So when these kids start flying out of here all crazy, we got this to stand on. We've been doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
We've been
right,
doing this.
right.
Y'all just ain't known. But, you know, local areas that give us respect. DC, Baltimore, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody in them areas. Because we knew, it got to a time we took our game all over the goddamn place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
true.
the game
Still
respect
doing
and
to
just see
this
where it's
day.
at. You know what I'm saying?
Still
So
known to this day.
I just had to get that out there, man, because that
Still think I'm cool.
that always irked me that we never recruited in state, and just the fact that I think that it's our time to really, like, Washington had their time, Cali had their time, Midwest had their time, New York had their time, down south had their time. When you really look at it, we don't really the only place that ain't produced the factory of
That's
basketball.
the first state.
We'd be the last to the party.
Not the second or third, or second to the last. I'm talking about the first state.
But to get back to where you was at, you was saying that your first year was a mess. Yo,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that
Goldie was a mess.
It was hard, dog. When I tell you, I ain't never been that upset in my life for a year span. Like, so before I even got to Goldie, though, my senior year, before Chuck came and hollered at me, like I said, I was gonna just walk on. That was my thought process.
Right.
The coach was like, he seen me at the games, like, hey, I'm, you know, new year, new coach, blah blah blah. I seen you. Kind of told me like, you be my first recruit. Like, come on up for a visit. I'm like, bet. Take me up for a visit. It was like an hour, 15 minutes from the crib. I'm like, far enough away. Just
Right.
Same thing you was talking about, dog. It's far enough away, but
But
close
still.
enough if I need to, you know what I mean? I'm home.
Mom,
But ain't
I
nobody
need
just
to
popping
break.
up here. Just be
Right.
popping up here.
Not
So
with life.
yeah, it took me on a visit, showed me a little bit of tape, kind of talked to me about the joint, but he sold it to me like, listen, you're gonna be my first recruit. I'm trying to rebuild this program. That stuck with me the whole time, bro.
Right.
Like,
Right.
he's I'm trying to build this program. I said, bet. Like, and it just in my, I don't know why, but it just clicked with me. Like, even if I went somewhere else and was recruited, I still think I would rather build something.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like, dog, if we can do this and I build this joint, like,
It's
you can't
gonna
take
last
that.
forever.
You know what I'm saying? You can't
It's
take that.
gonna
It
last
don't matter
forever.
what you talking about. They had 4 wins the year before.
Right.
My first year was the only losing season we had there, dog. So like,
How many? What was your record your first year?
6-21.
That's an
Not two
upgrade.
more.
That's an upgrade.
Listen, listen. There was a lot of games y'all was in that y'all just didn't win.
Yes. That's so. Listen, it's dog. Every single
What was your record?
one.
What was your worst season at Goldie?
I don't think you had a bad one.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think they had a bad
We
one.
appreciate you, Dad.
That's why I wanted to know, like, what
Oh.
was his first year? Because when I came, we was lit. I
Right,
was
yeah.
the missing piece.
Yeah.
I was mad he was going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was mad he was going.
The
So
guys
did it
that
take
was
off
there,
your junior year though?
it took off. It really took off my sophomore year for real.
Well, that's why I meant sophomore.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Cause that first year, I don't think it would like. It was senior heavy too. The only freshmen that were at the school with me, like, I don't think they played.
He was the only freshman that played. He was getting you ready.
Yeah, I think it took me. I remember after my first, because I wasn't starting. The first
Right.
7 games I ain't started. I started after that 7th game I started. Didn't start after that.
Okay.
But the whole process was a lot of seniors. Boy, I don't know if you know Nate Lewis, Jeremy John. He's actually the AD up at I think Delaware Military Academy. He the AD there.
Okay.
It's called French boy DJ Stansbury. He came my sophomore
I
year.
heard about it.
Yeah, he was there my sophomore year. You and Preston is real cool with.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Shout out to my man P.
Yeah.
Shout out to my man P.
Okay.
I need to. You know he's down the way. Too.
Yeah.
You know he's down the way.
yeah.
We hope he came down here and he don't want to go back home.
I know
He's
it.
from New York.
I know it.
They
No,
came to
no
small lower.
bullshit. No
I know.
bullshit.
And
And
they
then
locked
P,
in.
you know I'm not lying.
Touch that
We
sand,
was-
baby.
Man, listen,
You
we
touch
was
that
all in
sand?
the room, chilling high, whatever,
People
all
love
day.
Delaware
High.
when they move here though.
Peace came down to Rehoboth for a summer. This motherfucker has not left yet.
There's a lot of
And
people from downstate for that
this
shit
is
too.
08.
right.
He ain't left
right.
yet. Shout out to my man P, because he good people.
If you go down to the beach, you say his name. I guarantee you 1 out of
Somebody
every
know.
5
Come
people
on,
know
man.
that man.
Come on, man.
He's
That's
just
what's
that
up,
guy.
He's good
man.
people, yo.
But
What you hoop with him or?
he came up there. I think my senior year was his freshman year,
Okay.
and he actually walked on. So he wasn't the best talent, but he outworked.
He worked,
everybody.
man.
Working IQ and
Yo,
doing
listen,
everything.
I
if
work.
he had that jumper, if he don't let him hit that jumper. But yo, he worked.
Yeah.
So you played with him too?
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
that's my man. Yo,
Yeah.
like off the court.
Oh,
great
so you
guy,
missed him
having-
by
but-
1
but-
year.
but-
Yep.
I always missed him.
1 year, bro.
Always missed him.
Yep.
Man.
So freshman year, man, I ain't never been so frustrated in my life. But like, I remember because Jordan was so my freshman year, like 4 of us went up there. Josh Duffield,
My nigga,
Tim
shout out.
Cartwright.
Shout out, Duff, man. Shout out,
Yo,
Duff.
that boy funny.
Andre Miller. Andre
Yes, sir,
Miller.
Andre. Dunk game got right after high school, bro.
They say when they
Dunk
fuck,
game
got
got
best
right
got
after
no
high
snow.
school.
The
That's
Duff you hear here first.
Duff got
Duff
big
is
There
so
was
slow.
times Bro, it was times we
live
said,
in
yo,
the
you
gym.
know what? We should get Duffy our 6 man.
Listen,
We said, we need to get Duffy our 6
Yeah,
man. Let him
no,
come in and
just
Don't
just
think Andre will hit that
What?
three in the
Come
corner
on.
yo,
and
Come in
take
and
you off the
score.
dribble.
yes, and he actually he's smarter on the court than you would think.
Man, Duff
You know
got
what I'm saying?
beat. Bitch
But
said
that-
differently. I'll tell you what.
Goldie, I'm telling you,
He
all
said that too.
Because
bro.
you know,
He
the
said
open gyms.
We lived
We
in
had
the
nothing
gym,
to
bro.
do.
We lived in the
You
gym.
had nothing to do,
I
bro.
lived in the gym,
Oh,
bro.
we got a call.
Yeah, man.
Yo.
What's up?
What's good?
Not much. I didn't get over to take Reagan across the.
Okay. We got Derek Savage here. We recording on the show right now, man. Tell him what's up. He said he mad you stole that dunk contest from him too.
I'm stupid.
Yeah, but I beat him at the Louisville game.
To this day, dog. Yeah. You about to be busy, bro?
Nah,
Man, we're gonna finish this up and I'm gonna hit you back. You know we still gotta get you and your brother on here too.
Yes, sir.
sounds good.
All right, bro.
It's another good
Twin
time.
Towers.
Shout out
Twin
to
Towers. That's
you.
David Robinson and Tim Duncan.
Yes, sir.
That's what their parents had. Twin Towers. That's special.
Bro. Yeah, man. But yeah, that first year, dog, 6-21. I never lost that much in my life. Like, and then it wasn't a it was a culture. Like they had a losing mentality.
Right.
So I was fighting that every day in practice because the year before they won 4 games, so they was kind of programmed to it. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of seniors.
But I think
a lot of
that
upperclassmen.
was just a lesson to teach you what not to do in
100%.
life. Because I don't know what I'm fortunate, bro. I've never been on a losing team. My worst team I ever I'm lying.
Stop.
7th grade and 8th grade. Seventh.
In 10th grade, we wasn't that good.
But hold up,
because we barely made the playoffs.
We won big games.
Yeah, we barely made the playoffs.
We was young. We was
crazy,
we
dog.
went on the phone call.
I think
But
we
bro,
were in. I think it was at lunch when I found out.
Bro,
about
We
it.
got a phone call that said we made
Yeah,
the
bro.
playoffs.
Why-
That's how bad we were.
why were we bad in middle school?
Well,
We had talent.
We had 17
We
players.
had talent.
I didn't play 7th grade because
Eighth grade.
right, but I played
We
8th
had
grade.
talent.
Still had 15, 17. But our coach used to rotate us by 5.
By fives.
And if I could punch that bitch
Is
right
that a
now,
way to win there?
I would.
You
No
your
bullshit.
AU team gonna have 15
Sorry,
players,
but
and
no,
you gonna
you
rotate
don't
them
put
by
5
five.
players in the game like that.
We not even
It
gonna
should've
get
never
them
been
the floor.
coached. My
So we
dad
knew
used
why
to
we
come
was
to the
ass.
games and coach us from the
Oh,
back.
man.
He used to tell me he couldn't come because he used to coach. But you don't do that.
But that just helps you for that right there, all in the academy. So
100%.
you know how I'm going the route that I learned in high school and probably later in Goldie, but
Yeah.
not that first year. I'll never walk that path again. I'll never walk that path
I
again.
can't stand. Like, and I still can't stand. I can't stand the losing mentality to this day.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
it's just,
even if you lose.
exactly
Right.
Even if
Like,
you lose.
that's one
I
of the
don't
things-
play nothing to lose. I'm
Bro.
gonna keep it G with you.
I try to. That's one of the toughest things to kind of to beat into these teenagers now. The ones that I coach is like they don't understand what a losing mentality is.
And
Like-
it's a mentality.
Yes, it's a mentality. I think they think I'm saying you can never lose. I'm like, nah, bro. Like,
Man,
as long as you don't
listen.
take L's.
You're gonna take the L.
You're gonna
And
take
it's
some of it.
how you take the L and how you
A lot
bounce
of
back
guys
from
get on the
that.
court and they say, "Oh,
Man,
that's such and such."
Yep.
Well, that's what his mom named him. Well, what's your mom name is? We all got names.
Right.
You know, my name is Kevin.
Right.
Bitch, I'm here tonight to shut all that shit down. You have to get that
Yeah.
on somebody else. But these
Yeah.
kids don't think like that. Like, he getting 30. Well, damn, he gonna have 30 get tonight because don't nobody want to guard him. But it's easy
Dead
to have
already.
30 when a bitch ain't gonna guard you because he
Dead
gonna touch
already,
you.
bro.
You know what I mean? But that's just the way these kids are. My thing is we don't
That's
live
it.
off names. We all have a name.
Right.
See, we all want one a name, and if you want, I'm sorry, but
And just because you made a name
Well, I
off
know.
that man
We all
don't mean
have
you
a
gonna
name.
make a name
Right.
off
Yeah,
me.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So y'all wound up winning junior year.
Sophomore year actually.
So what was the difference? It was the whole atmosphere changed.
We was upperclassmen heavy that first year too. So
They left.
some of them left. And we
Losers
got
left. The losers left.
so my first year, like I said, I came off the bench I was 6 man in the first 7 games, and I got the starting spot.
Mm-hmm.
So my sophomore year, we got some recruits in. A couple guys that was there last year was
Right.
not returned, but
But
a lot
they
of
bought
recruits
in.
returners. Yeah,
Returners bought
Second
in.
year, like first year I was learning the system. Second
Right.
year I said, "Yo, we not doing this again."
Right,
so
right.
it didn't matter what we had on the floor. The mentality was different
Right.
because even the first year, like I said, every single practice I was fighting that mentality.
Right.
So it's like I'm dogging cats. We
So
on
are
the
you
floor,
captain
hustling.
now, or are you
Second
captain
year
now?
I become captain.
Your sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah. So sophomore
Now you
year.
got a badge. Now you got something to live. You got to
Right.
hold on to it.
So if nothing else, we gonna play hard.
Because coach lived up to what he told you. Because he
100%.
told you, this is going. I need you to help me rebuild his program. And like you said, your decision was based off of him keeping his word.
Yeah. And he's a whole nother story for another day, but I got a lot of stuff with Coach Chuck, dog. He can't do nothing wrong in my eye.
Man, listen,
Yeah.
that's how Tingle is.
For real,
Tingle
for
can't do
real.
no wrong.
He really
We'll
can't.
talk about it behind closed doors.
He really can't. Like, Chuck, for real, he a good dude.
Yeah. He
Like,
look-
on, off the court,
Yep.
behind it, when he closed that door in that office,
Mhm.
yo, he a real good dude. I can't even.
That was coached by the same guy too?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the reason that really made me come was how he approached it to me. He kept it all the way real with me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Genuine, man.
He kept it all the way real with me.
Genuine dude.
So do you like start snapping? Like what is your gameplay like now that you change the whole mentality? You get back on track as far as the new guys coming in, they're following you because you're the leader, and the older guys or the returning guys, they're shaped and they're following your lead too because they know what's up.
Put you in the Hall of Fame, you gotta do something.
So so you take off this year? This when you take off?
Something where y'all get comfortable with. Because, I mean, my trajectory was different because my freshman year is really my junior year in high school. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
basketball-wise.
true.
That was my third year playing organized sports.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then it was also a transition from going from high school
To
where,
college.
right, high school to
That's
college,
different.
and
That's
then
different.
it's size, it's speed, it's IQ, and then also me transitioning.
I'm about to say, hold on. See, you was the man there, so you know how hard it is every game to switch your game because you're being scouted now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're on the board.
Right.
So yeah, so
You're on the
I
board.
learned shit about my game
Mm-hmm.
from a scout report that was left on the floor because you know they was using our locker rooms.
Right,
You have to
right.
use some- so I come back in the locker room, and have my locker and shit. I'm going there. I see a scout report. First name on there, bold as Kyle White. He likes to size you up with the between the legs. So I'm like, damn.
It's crazy when you see yourself, yo.
I'm like, damn.
It's crazy when you see yourself.
He likes to drive left. And then he'll come back right. I'm like, damn, yo, they really. This is my first year. I'm like, damn, yo, they really break this shit down.
Yeah.
So that's like an adjustment because every night, every team you play,
Got that report.
they got the scout report on
Yep.
you. So now you got an oversized defender, or you got a faster defender, depending on whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Cause you
So
know
based on how they gonna play you gotta switch your game
you
up.
have to switch your game up.
Yeah, you gotta
And
do
he
it on
still
the
got
fly.
1,000.
Yeah, you gotta do it on the fly.
Because every team has a different defender for you and a different game
Yep.
plan.
Yep.
And different personnel. And you know with the personnel,
1,000, they didn't have no defender.
That was something I learned, yo. Like you have to.
They didn't have no scout report either.
Wow.
so when you score your 1,000 your junior year,
No, I got it my senior year. I got it my
Okay.
senior, like early in my senior year. Man, that was December. So probably,
season just started.
yeah, it was in December.
Now was it pressure getting it or was like so what game like what did you need 20 to get it? Did you need 40 like what?
I didn't need a whole lot to get it. The game I got it, I didn't need a whole lot. It was probably like 8 points, something like that.
I should have got that the game before.
Yeah, well, technically. But like, it was never any pressure up until the game. And even that game, it wasn't really much pressure per se because, like,
Everything was at your heartbeat. Man, I can only imagine.
it sounds bad, but like,
It don't sound bad. Say it. Say it. Talk
I
your
said
shit.
earlier.
Don't
I
be
said
humble.
earlier.
That's
like
what we hear.
scoring, to me, scoring is the easy part of basketball.
It is.
Like, I know a lot of people like to score. A lot of people got different ways to score, but to me, that's the easy part of basketball. I never really worried about scoring per se.
Right.
I worried about being an efficient scorer.
Efficient.
I worried about being able to add something every year. I worried about being. I wanted to be unstoppable.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So
Right.
scoring was a part of that. But like, I'm like, dog, if you roll a ball out to any gym, anybody that touches that ball is gonna be able to score. Anybody that touches that.
Anybody can put it in the hole.
But what else can you do, dog? So
Right.
I always wanted to be geared on. Let me make sure I'm locked in on everything else.
That's gonna
Because
come natural.
I can score the ball. Like, it's a lot of different ways to do that. So when the game came, it was like, that's cool, but like it's gonna happen. Like throughout the game, it's gonna happen. Like at worst, I'm gonna get 10 hustle
10
points.
points.
I'm gonna get a couple rebounds. I'm gonna get a couple steals.
Right.
Like
A
at
little
worst,
foul
you
here.
know what I'm saying?
I'm getting four. I'm getting
At
four for
worst,
defense.
yeah.
I'm
Like
getting four
at
for
worst, I'm gonna
defense.
get that from my hustle.
And four
So
for transition. That's 8 easy.
yeah, man. So when it came, you kind of know it's coming and all that. So it's kind of on your mind. But
Yeah.
I was like, dog, we got to win this game first.
Right.
Like that's I'm like, if I get 2 and we win, I'm good. I'll get the other 6 next game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, we got to get this dub. So we kind of that game was actually that team wasn't that great. So
So it made it
kinda,
easier.
Yeah, we
Made it
kind of
easier,
rolling
made
through
it
them
easier.
anyway, and got it like sometime in the first half, I think. So they kind of stopped the game, blow the whistle, do whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, take a picture, and then go back to it. That was a little weird, but It's like I'm like do that.
Yeah, after the game.
Yeah, I get it, but yeah, do that some
After
other
the
time.
game.
Even at halftime, maybe. But definitely at a time where the
You
game
kind of
starts.
like you don't look like that spotlight.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
nah,
Like,
yeah.
I know
Not
I
for the
did.
wrong
Like,
reasons.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel
So,
you.
but yeah, man, it was the transition's crazy because not only was I transitioning from high school to college, I transitioned from a big to a guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You was
That's
3-4.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? In
Ah,
high school, I was playing at the
Yeah, it's
four.
your third
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that whole summer, senior summer, was all guard, all guard skills. Like I'm working on ball hand, working on shooting. Like I just yo, I gotta be a guard. I gotta be a guard. I gotta be a guard. And it wasn't like I wasn't necessarily a guard, but because I was more athletic than
Right.
everybody, it's like yo, play the forward because you can bang with them. You
Right.
can, you think
And
I'm saying?
we're small.
Like that's why
We're small.
we're definitely small.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's why I love when Kev came up, and I love he was trying to use Barkowski.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, at worst, I got at least two more bodies can
Right.
bang with me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Right.
when we played my junior year, we was at Slam Dunk, and we played them Elsie brothers, dog.
And Ridley was out there.
And really, in my head, I said, dog, it don't matter what I do, it's two more of them.
Yes, sir.
I might
So
get
no matter
him
what
with
you
it.
Yo, like, I said, it's two more of them, dog.
His cousin took Von Moo's spot.
Yep. Yeah, he was. That's why. That's probably why, right there. That's probably why, dog. Like, cause
Yes.
literally, you box out a 6'7" Trey, and then a 6'5" Troy get the rebound.
Right.
I box out a 6'5" Troy, 6'7" Trey dunking the ball. I touch either one of them really coming out from the wing, but like,
6'6".
you think what I'm saying? Like, so it's like that.
Because
it
he was the
hustle.
one that played on the wing, but he
Yeah.
still was 6'6".
Yes.
So all he had to do was make a decision. Oh, I'm
Yep.
gonna try to go get this rebound. real
Yep.
quick.
Yep. That was a dream for him. But making that adjustment from a big to a guard, that was kind of a lot of my freshman year was seeing how I compared as just a straight guard as
Yeah.
opposed to just playing basketball.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? So that was a lot of my freshman year, and then the fact that we went winning every night, every game. So I had this girl my freshman year. Dog, we didn't talk after every game. She knew we lost. So I ain't talk to her. I'm like, bro, like
hard.
I don't want to talk about nothing right now, dog. Like,
Because
leave
all
me
you're
alone.
thinking about is that
That's
L.
it. I'm like, yo, leave me alone, bro. Like, she was. I was surprised she stuck with me. To be honest with you,
Because like it's one thing to say
she had 21 of them nights.
It's one thing to say we lost because of me as a leader, but it's different to know that you really lost because of me. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of situation.
Right, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because as a leader,
100%.
I feel like if we lose, damn, I had 5 possessions where I left it out.
Yep.
I left
Yep.
it open.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
But
always something.
if you lose and you be like, damn, it was them 2 possessions that I know I should. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, definitely,
right,
like,
right,
So
right.
I definitely get what you're saying on that, man.
The heat was heavy, dog. Yeah.
So what? You went? Was it overseas after that, or was it a year off then overseas? You went overseas for a little bit.
I did that whole, and that's a transition that
You wasn't willing to make.
I was,
Okay.
Different.
but it's different.
Yeah.
It's real different, bro.
And if
And
you
it's-
don't, if you ain't been there,
I ain't never
You
been out the
can't-
country. I went to an island. That was
hold on,
about
let
it.
me break this
Go
down.
ahead.
Because there's a lot of people who haven't went through it, but do this. Until you get there and you understand how it is, it's different.
100%.
You feel what I'm saying?
100%.
It's you're by yourself.
Yeah.
We across this border,
I'm not going over there anyway because the food ain't right.
and
You can't put
the
that
food
down
ain't
there
right.
and eat that.
you don't know how to
Yeah.
communicate with the next person. You better hope you got a translator or good company around you
Right.
to navigate you, get how you get, because if not, you end up in some shit like
Yep.
you was in.
Listen,
Right.
Caddy
So,
test.
right. You don't know what that is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like that, you know everybody had their perspective on
Yeah,
overseas.
yeah.
Oh, you should have did this. You should have did
Yeah.
that. But you didn't have to go over there.
Nah.
You don't know how long that 19-hour flight is or that, whatever.
Son.
And then to be over there, I'm by myself.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm calling my peoples. It's 2 o'clock here, but it's fucking 4 in the morning at
Yep.
home.
Yep.
So I don't never get to talk to my peoples.
Right.
And it's not even that you scared or you used to be homesick. Like, I like to talk to my goddamn people.
Right.
Somebody that know me. Somebody
Right.
that know
Right.
me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can just be
Right.
like, yo, what's up with you? And I can be
Yeah.
like, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you what
Somebody I
happened.
can talk to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Somebody
over there, yeah,
understand
it's
where you at.
different. And then, like I said, I heard something about like bombs and shit going off over there. Like, yo, it's
They're
really
doing
real
a
over
game
there.
today.
Yo, it's really real over there across them seas. So you gotta understand when we go over there as Americans and as Black Americans, a lot of places overseas don't even really like Americans.
Right.
So
Right.
to be Black,
Right.
of course you stand out.
Right.
You either gotta hoop or you gotta be something else.
You're an
So
artist.
they know who you know what I'm saying? They know when they see you. So that shit over there is like, yo, that's an experience.
Yeah.
So how yours work out for you?
Man, it was, first of all, I graduated 2008. I went overseas 2010. So, like, I try to some
You was
big
on your grind for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
I remember that. Yeah,
Right.
you was on your grind.
and I was doing some semi-pro stuff in between,
Right.
just to kind of one get tape, two get
Yeah.
experience, see the competition. Because I learned that early too. Fortunately, it's like having game tape is only good if the competition is good. And like I didn't learn that until after I graduated. I kind of talked to some different people. But it was like, yeah, you can have tape. It's like a lot of people got tape, but you look at the competition, it's like they 4 foot nothing, and like
Right.
don't nobody care. Like they're like
Right.
me in the backyard. So I was like, all right, I got to figure out a way to get some semi-pro stuff. So I played up in I was up in Manchester, New Hampshire. I played semi-pro up there first.
Think it helps your game?
It did. It helped me understand the professional part of it.
Right.
There's a whole other aspect of that mess, dog.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's levels.
it's definitely there's a lot of levels to it, dog.
You talking about grown men?
Yes, 100%.
That's feeding their families.
They gotta make adjustments. Like you got people some on their own dime, some of them getting paid to come, some of them not getting paid to come. Like
Wishing a dream. No, you know
listen,
what I'm
I was
saying?
up in Manchester, bro. I was at one point I was staying in a hotel. Like they paid for it, fortunately, but I was living at a hotel at one point. One point it was like a friend of the team had a house that
Like a host family.
yeah, like a host family. If they ain't gonna be there, you can stay there.
Oh,
Like,
right.
so it's just so many different things, and like
Yeah,
telling
right.
a lot of these teenagers now, like everything I think of, I look at them and I'm like, man, if I can get you to understand this now before you step into it, you're gonna be so much farther ahead, bro.
God, that's all I want to do.
That's
That's all I
what
wanna
this
do.
is about.
That's
But-
all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Like when we talk about it, every program that I talk to personally, and that extended olive branches, and we extend olive branches and conversate, we all standing for the same thing.
Right,
And
right.
I just want to reiterate that because I don't want people to
For the
lose
culture,
that message.
man. It's for the
You know what I'm
culture,
saying?
man.
It don't matter
Right.
what it is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I don't want people to miss that fact right there.
Right.
Like, remember what it's about. We gotta
Right.
make sure
100%.
these kids is dodging the potholes
Yes.
that we kind of hit.
Yep.
Yeah, we hit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, like you said, that's a different world.
But you just see the different level. And I remember it was the Manchester team. It was just, I was playing up there for a couple months. This one dude, he was like a guard. You know, he reminded me of Kyrie. Like, wasn't as good as Kyrie by
Right.
any means, but
But-
that's how he played.
That's his prototype.
Right.
On that level.
So this is the first time I kind of learned what roles really meant.
Right.
Because we had like 2-3 practices a week, had a couple games a week. I may have seen that man in practice once.
Oh yeah.
But he showed up every game day.
Right.
And he started every game day.
And he was who?
And he was hooping every game
Right,
day.
right.
So there's nothing you can say to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and I'm looking at this dude like, yo, I don't never, but I'm like,
I
what's
get it.
that?
I get it.
Like I can't
get
be
it.
mad,
I
dog.
get it.
But my
I get
whole
it.
thing was like, dog, I need his minutes. Like,
Right.
like I'm playing, I'm getting in, I'm kind of playing a role with this team. You know what I mean? I'm going back again, starting over again.
Right,
bro.
right.
So, and you see guys in front of you like, yeah, I can do what he do. Yeah, I can do what they do. I can do what they do. But he does what he does really, 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 really good.
Right.
He does what he does really, really, really good.
Right.
And he does what he does really, really, really good.
Like that's when they go in the gym, they're committing their time
That's
towards what they're doing.
He's a shooter. He's a defender. He's a rebounder.
Right.
Like it's specific. It was one dude on the team up there. He was like 6'8". He was a shooter. Like so, I'm looking at him like, dog, if you don't go rebound,
you ain't
That's not what they got
shots.
me here for.
pick and pop. Can't. And then once I started seeing him shoot, I was like, oh, I get it.
Right.
I see why he's a shooter. Best shooter on the team. Best
Right.
shooter in the gym.
Regardless that he's 6'8".
Regardless that he was 6'8". So when I got in the game, I said, yo, pick and roll. I'm on that roll, it don't help. I'm gonna kick it right back to you. Cash, appreciate you. Let's go back on D. So
what was your role at the time?
and for what's the name? I was coming off the bench, so I was just kind of filling minutes for that.
Depending on who
first
you
team.
came in for, what was
Yeah.
missing off the floor.
Yep. And
That was
I
yours
was kind of
Swiss
running the
Army
point
knife.
there. Yeah.
Your Swiss Army knife.
They had me at the point up there, but it was a little bit of everything with that team. But I was playing with them a little bit. So this is after college. I did Manchester Mill Rats. I was all over the place. Another thing, it's an investment, bro. You investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Like I spent money I don't know. Same way I don't know how I
Where
got
you
the
got it
rides.
from?
I don't know where I got that money from, bro.
I don't
That's
catch me in college. I
Yo.
don't know how I got through college.
I don't know, bro. And like, I learned this. I want to kind of let kids know as well, man. Like, coming out of college and trying to pursue a professional career, it's a lot of sharks out there, dog.
Right.
It's a lot of
everybody
people
got
out
an
there.
angle.
It's a lot of people out there just saying, "Yo, give me this, I'll give you this." They get your money and no nothing happen.
Right.
And I got burnt like that multiple times because my mentality was, bro, just put me on the floor. I'm gonna earn a spot. Like I said, at worst, I'm gonna outwork somebody.
Yeah.
That's good, bro.
You
That's
dig-
real.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't, for me, it was like, I'm kind of looking at it, but I'm like, I wasn't looking too deep to do my research.
Right.
It's like, all right, find out if this program's been going for a minute, who they produce, like who came from there that can endorse them, like that's actually doing something.
Right.
Never looked at that like my first 2 years, bro. So I'm spending a couple hundred for every camp, and then driving or figuring out how to get to this place to try out for this team, to go to this camp, to spend money at this hotel. So every trip costs you a few hundred. Like one, you paying a couple hundred for your hotel. You paying a couple hundred for the
130 for the team, 150.
paying that for the team for the tryout. Whatever gas or
Every
transportation.
trial I ever seen, you had to come up off.
Gotta come up with the
pockets.
cash. And like, and the bad part was I understood part of it because you want to make sure cash is coming serious.
Right.
So if you just say we have to open up for an open trial,
Everybody come.
you're gonna have 1,000 people in there.
Everybody.
So you got to put a price on it. So I get that, but it's people out here that know that it's a price on it, so they just gonna charge it. Just think about it. I rent out a gym. Say they charge me $100 an hour. All right, cool. I'm gonna get it for 10 hours.
Right.
It's a stack. All right, cool. Let me pay my reps. Say we're gonna do 10 games. You know what I'm saying? So it's $50, $100 a rep. That's another stack. All right,
Right.
cool. Bro, I'm gonna charge 50 people $250.
Yes, sir.
$250.
Like, that's
Maybe 3 because
let's-
they're trying to follow their dream.
Yep.
So they're gonna pay it.
I'm gonna charge, and that's
They're gonna pay it. I got some bullshit reps. I can have whatever.
don't matter.
But they're gonna pay it because they're trying to follow their dream.
So I'm gonna make my money. That's in a day or a weekend,
That's
and they coming up, and it be people that know what they're doing. So over the first 2 years, I had to learn basically like I didn't even learn it then really till later, but I was just putting out money. You know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. And I finally got to. And this time I'm playing semi-pro ball, and then of course I'm training, still around here. I'm doing whatever. Just these 2 years.
You grinding.
100%. Like I'm not like jobs I'm getting. I'm like, yo, I'm working part time. If I work full time, I'm not gonna work.
You're not gonna be. Yeah, you're not gonna work.
Like I know, like I'm gonna get off work,
You're
I'm
not gonna
tired.
work out.
You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So I'm getting part-time gigs, just making sure I'm good. I don't gotta worry about me. Make sure I got food, clothes in my bag. I'm good. Like I don't care where I stay.
So when how long was you overseas when you finally made it?
So I did the first year. That was 2010. So I graduated 2008.
2008 from
I was
West. I mean
from Goldie.
From Goldie.
And then after that, it's me just trying to
Put
find a
together
look.
your tape pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And then 2010, what happened was I actually went to a camp down in, I think it was North Carolina. Played out there. I don't think I did anything crazier than what normal game. I played basketball. I do,
Right.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like I had like a great game where I had 50 on somebody.
Right.
Like I was just hooping. So after that, one of the agent lady hit me up, was like, yo, I got an opportunity for you over the Middle East. And I'm like, sure? She's
Right.
like, yeah. So I'm like, Middle East ain't nothing over there. All I hear, like you said, bro, like it's real over there.
Yes,
People
it is.
fighting, it's
Yes,
bombs,
they are.
all that. I'm like,
Niggas starving over there.
yo, it's real. So I'm like, this is just stuff you just kind of know of or hear about.
Right.
So this is like, all right, I gotta look into this a little bit. But the thing was, when she said something to me, I had to be gone in like less than 2 weeks.
So you only had a week and a half of information.
So you know what I'm saying? So it was a quick turnaround. So I hit my parents up and let them know. They're like, well, you know what I mean, what you know about it? Like, I mean, I know what I know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't,
imagine that I know.
Right.
yeah, like I'm in my head though. 80% of me is like I'm going.
Right. That's
20% like figure stuff out, but 80% of me is I'm going.
This what I've been waiting for.
You know what I'm saying? So I talked to them, and my mom, of course, being a mom, she real like, you sure you want to go over there? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, it'd be alright. You sure you want to? It'd be alright. So this is kind of our back and forth, and she's more so like, she gonna let me make my decision, but
Also,
Shit.
want to tell you stay here too.
absolutely, you know what I'm saying? So it's push and pull for her, and like once I get over there, I understood that. So we talk about it. I do some research. I do what I can. I'm like, man, listen, this has been years coming. Like I'm doing this, bro. Y'all about to pay me.
You get another
You
opportunity.
gonna pay me to play ball?
Come on, man. Something I've been doing free.
You gonna pay me to
Free
hoop?
that I love to do.
Exactly. So I'm like, bet. So sign it, do whatever, get over there. Like you said, John, I think it was an 18-hour flight. So the first one was like 8 or 9 hours, and the other one was like 11 hours, 10 or 11 hours, something like that. So it got split up, but crazy. I love flying now. Before that, I wasn't really cool about flying. After that flight, I fly anywhere.
I love
Yeah, I fly anywhere, don't dog. So get over there, and then the whole process. That's the first time I've flown internationally. So
Yeah.
that process is freaky. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like leaving
You landed
is one
somewhere.
You
process.
find out what it is to be international.
Yes,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
You find out what it is.
you're a foreigner, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're a foreigner. Like being a
Privilege.
privilege and sport is all outdoors, bro.
Privilege.
Like I don't care what color.
I got back and kissed the ground. I know that my mind got straight now. I got
I
back
believe
and kissed
it.
the ground, dog.
I believe it.
you know, over there they walking with guns. They like even fucking regular security guards or just crossing the road. They got it's real.
Yeah.
Like depending on what places you go to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I went to Estonia, Russia. That's when
Okay.
I first found out that Russians didn't like Americans. I didn't know that. I
Right.
understand what you're
Right.
saying about 80%. I'm going. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you go there.
It's different. You realize how real it is, man.
So when so how long was you over there for? A season?
It was 4 seasons. It was like 3 months.
3
I was
months.
over
Okay,
there.
that's pretty much how long. It wasn't like a rental, pretty much for American players.
Yeah, so
I mean, they
season.
get contracts and stuff like
yeah,
that.
I did a 1 year joint.
Okay.
Everything, what I signed was 1 year. So when I left, my thought process was, man, I gotta go somewhere else.
Right.
But
So where'd you wind up going?
it was in the Middle East, Palestine, dog. And then that's when you learn like it's so many
Like India?
different levels. No, it was it was like
Different levels.
it was like it's A. I don't even know how to say it, but it's ALFARA.
Right.
That's the name of the place.
Okay.
But where I was at was like I was. So when I landed, first of all, I'm like, I don't know, like I don't like. It's not like nobody there. Like, hey, Derek Savage, come here. So I get off. We got to go through customs and all that. So I'm already like, all right, y'all checking everything. Y'all big. I'm like, dog, I don't want nothing to go wrong over here.
Right.
So get through all that, and I'm kind of like,
What's next?
yeah. So I'm kind of walking, just kind of get my stuff, and I'm kind of walking, just looking around, seeing like, I hope somebody recognizes me. I hope somebody see me.
Right.
So I get out and I kind of get outside of the airport and whatever. Unfortunately, it was somebody that met me out there. They see me and they must have knew.
Right.
Black
dude,
basketball player.
dude.
There's a picture. It matches. So get in. It's 3 dudes. So one of them speaks English. The other 2 don't.
Right.
So
translate.
yeah. So I get in with them and like the whole time they kind of just like looking at me and like smiling like and like it's just weird, dog. Like. Cause the 2 that don't really speak English, they kind of like, hey, what's up? How you doing? All that stuff, but they just kind of looking at me.
that whole situation.
Yo, it was just weird. So I'm talking to one dude.
They're smiling like they want to touch you.
Yeah, man. I'm like, listen. I'm just hoping don't nothing go
I see that
wrong.
whole situation.
Listen, and the ride is like we got like an hour and a half ride. So
That long.
yeah, dog. We in this joint. We stopped. I don't know why this is. We stopped and got ice cream.
See what I'm saying? And as a black man, you're already uncomfortable. You get in the car with men that are smiling. Why are you smiling as a grown
Yo,
man? What are you smiling
It don't
about
make
right now?
sense. They were smiling big and heavy. But like you said, like people already have overseas. They have a perception of what America is,
Right.
and their perception comes from TV. So whatever they watch on TV is what
what they
they
think.
think America
Especially
is. For the most part.
Exactly.
Especially
Exactly.
we always fucking with them.
Yep.
Like, especially, man, listen.
You know what I'm saying? So we on the way and we stop. We pull over. And I'm kind of like, why are we stopping?
Yeah.
Like, oh, so. They get ice cream. I'm like, we get ice cream. Get back in the car and keep on. It's just random stuff.
Right.
So
right.
we finally get to the spot, and fortunately, I thank God the area I was in and the people that I was around were crazy hospitable.
Okay.
They were
'Cause it couldn't
crazy
be like that.
Yeah, they were crazy, but it's crazy hospitable.
And as long as they make you feel a little bit comfortable, we can rock for a little.
And I was good. So everybody where I was at least, or for the most part, at least understood English. Not everybody, probably about 1 out of every 4 or 5 people spoke English,
Yeah.
but everybody understood English.
Gotcha.
So that was fortunate for me, so I could at least say this is what I want, this is whatever, and they can even say yes or no. You know what I'm saying? They can't speak English, but area I was in was like a concentration camp area. So
Right.
it was heavily Muslim, but they were like, I don't even know what you call them, but they were Muslim, but like Muslim.
Right.
Over there,
right,
Muslim.
Right. Not like
What's the-
American Muslim.
Arabic. That's the
Arabic.
word.
Okay.
So
yeah.
so
Oh, you was over there with Latin in them.
yeah.
Airbnb.
Listen.
You over there.
They were
bidding
crazy
them.
hospitable, but like they were real angry. Like how they talk to each other, you would think they were ready to fight every day.
Oh yeah.
But it's just how they talk. It's just how they. And I'm here, and I'm kind of like the first time I'm seeing it, I'm kind of like taking a step back, like
Somebody can get
yo, like 'cause if I'm with Cab, he go and talk to Kyle. It's like okay, Cab introduced me to Kyle.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, what's up, man? How you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And then 3 seconds later, both of them kind of like going at it. I'm like, I came with him, but he cool with him. So I really like, I'm not jumping to this. You know what I'm saying? But that's my ride home. So what if I don't jump in? He talking about, yo, forget you, dog. He help me. I'm
What
like,
if he the real one?
you know what I'm saying? Like, it was,
I'm done.
yeah. So like, it was a lot with it. So it was just that adjustment to being a outsider, being a newbie, and like. It's just like going back to like elementary school, dog.
Right.
Like when you first start kindergarten, like you're literally everything's new.
Starting over again.
Again, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a grown man, it's like I'm supposed to know some stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how you
At least a
feel.
little bit.
I'm supposed to know
At least
something.
a little bit.
So it forces you to kind of be vulnerable. It forces you to kind of it humbles you.
Yeah.
Cause it's like I can't really do nothing for myself. You know what I'm saying? And
I can't even talk no shit.
And if I mess something up, like I don't know how to fix it over
Right,
there.
right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So over there was the first time. That's what you were saying. It was different. That was the first time I ever was homesick. That's the first time I ever I want to go home.
So it was a wrap. You knew that was your last time.
I tip my head out to y'all anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Send that letter back.
It's definitely a risk, bro. But yo, hooping was in me, man. Like it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, y'all give me a basketball in the court, I'll go wherever. And
So
I did. But
so that was your only year overseas?
that was my only year overseas. But that was because when I came back, I tore my meniscus. Well, finally got surgery on, and everything after that just was
One after another,
ACL, meniscus. So I did that 1 year. So I did semi-pro in Manchester. I can't remember if I did Maryland before or after overseas, but I did overseas. When I came back, I got injured. Then I did the Maryland joint. I was doing semi-pro in Maryland, trying to get myself back. But every time I did, something else happened. So
That's crazy.
I still would have been good. I would have been fine going somewhere.
So you got what happened?
So overseas, I was over there. When I came back from there, I had a meniscus tear in my knee since like my sophomore year in college. But they was like, if it doesn't bother you, there's no need. There's no need to get surgery if it's not stopping you from doing anything.
Right.
And I would feel it every so often. But by this time, by this time it was bothering me pretty
That's
much.
why I asked, because
Yeah.
I've always had that tendonitis.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
I come from when you jump, you go so high, then you come down and you constantly jump, you constantly jump.
I asked because one
Yeah.
thing after another.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Whether the other one, I tore this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was healed
Mhm.
because I was hooping.
Right.
But it wasn't.
Right.
But then I tear this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't tear a knee or nothing. I tore the whole thigh. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The quad.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they said it comes from
Yep.
Achilles. Now I'm like, damn.
Yep.
And I thought I was cool because I
Right.
was back dunking and
Right.
everything.
Yep.
So
Yep.
But from my perspective though, what you did is like, and as you tell your story and like put it on the line, it's really, it really just building you for that next step you took once you really came back and locked in. All your experiences, all your ups on the court, that one down, major down year, Goldie,
Mm-hmm.
give you that guideline of what you not want to have your programs run around. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff right there, though, is just building you up. That's how I feel like.
Mhm.
It's not my life, but
Yeah. No, you
this
on point.
you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Right. Yeah. No, you on point, man. I mean, like I said, that was the first time I ever missed home. But like, it was because I couldn't go home. Even
Right.
when I was at Goldie, it was like, if I want to, I can drive home.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Like when I was in North Carolina, if I want to, I can fly home.
Yeah, bro. So once again, man, like that journey, that thing crazy, man. You figure
Mhm.
not starting until ball really until 11th grade year, going to Goldie, restructuring a whole program.
Yeah.
Bro, come behind you once again and pick fruits off of your labor as well. You get fruits on your labor as well too, though.
Yeah. They took off, bro.
yeah, because when
Take it
when
off.
I came, they was
Yeah.
on that verge. They was lit. They damn sure wasn't no losing.
Well, he was on one side, and then you had Cuz, she'll be on here. Tony Grove was on the other side.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all had Big
Yes,
Goldie
sir.
Rock. Shout out to Cuz.
Shout out, Cuz.
Yeah.
Love you,
Tone
baby.
Mello.
Tone Mello.
Straight
One of my-
bucket.
That's
one of my
Walking
favorite-
bucket.
Yes,
My
sir.
favorite hoopers, baby.
Walking bucket.
But
Yeah, they was telling me, did you know her? You know Dan Savage? Yeah, we all okay.
yes, sir. And then all go to
all three of them
Goldie.
got thousands. Crazy.
All from the same
And
school.
two's in the Hall of Fame. So do I you tell me the third one not coming?
It's coming.
Let's
Come on,
go.
man.
But the
Sit back,
crazy
be
thing about
patient.
Tony, she's 7 points away from 2000.
That's crazy. I know she kicking
She can
herself.
shoot up right now. Go get them.
Yeah, she can.
I'm mad at that. I was mad at that. I was talking about all the free throws I done missed.
Listen,
I was mad at that.
The layups.
Shit.
7 points, bro. I was at that game. She needed like 33 or something.
She
Like
had 26.
Dog. But the thing that irked me was I'm watching this game. I'm like, yo, every single chick on this team should be trying to get her the ball.
Yeah. And you know 2-3 heroes out
They
there,
weren't.
man.
Come on,
They
man.
weren't, bro.
Right, and that's the woo.
Dog,
You know,
listen,
crazy
they
as
don't want to
Rosie.
get too
Come
deep
on,
on
man.
Cuz because I'm gonna let her
Yeah.
tell a story, but
Yeah.
she faced so much adversity on every team she ever played on and still got buckets.
I'm gonna tell you.
Because you
It
think
started- it
growing
started
up,
when
she
I was
always
a kid.
had 2 or 3 players on her team that the coach always didn't want to fall by the wayside. So every coach kind of held her back. They never let her go for 40 or 50, which we all know she could have got 50.
She's
Easy.
beating us at kids.
Easy. Man, listen, she's the terrible
right up
right
over
ass
top
in
of
the
you.
backyard.
Easy, bro. Like
Man, listen.
I don't know one female that I've seen that was smoother than her. Like
Man,
like
listen.
it.
Tone Mello.
That's just that's to this day, dog.
So if you
There's
know
only
Mello,
two girls I seen play down across the water.
Mhm.
Her and Katie Del Campo. They're the only two girls I seen play down school.
But
Yeah.
man,
Everybody
just-
say they played on their
Katie
line.
different
I
too.
never seen it.
Okay, different too.
and just like, and just to get back even with you though, like that experience at Goldie, laying that foundation, getting that experience overseas, and then now transitioning into the leader and one of the biggest guys around here as far as All In Academy and what you guys do for the community. Like,
Right.
in all reality, bro, like Jordan brought me and Kev onto this scene
Mhm.
as far as dealing with the youth.
Right.
But every time I didn't know what to do, I would look at you and say, okay, how Derek doing? What is Derek doing? Okay, maybe I need to do
He's
that.
one of the
Maybe I
first
need to do
ones I
that.
seen doing it.
Yeah, one of the first that I seen, and that's not no knock to nobody else, but I can only help what my eyes seen.
Right.
So I just want to give you flowers on that because, like we was talking off camera, like that's what it's about. Like the
Right.
joy of coaching this next generation and having kids that want to do it, but something's holding them back.
Yep.
Or the kids that want to do it and just not good enough, but still put in the time. But when it clicks for that player, whatever situation they're in, that joy right there, I ain't felt that too many times on the court. Like I felt a
seeing
lot
you
of
out there,
joy.
though, because especially with the kids you got in Norfolk, when we come and we play in tournaments that we was with Jordy,
Right.
and when we left, whatever it may be. But seeing you out there coaching, I sit back and listen to you, and you telling the player, you're not running, you're not working hard. That was a bad shot. I like for you to tell him that because you know you've been through that. We had Tingle tell us, so you know what a good shot is, you know what a bad shot
Right.
is, you know what an extra pass
Right.
is supposed to
If
be
you're
made.
forcing,
You know when you're forcing.
You know, if you're not
you know
putting out
supposed
the
to have
energy,
on defense. So when I hear you tell these kids that, I like to hear that from you because you've been taught that. But and you've been through that. You've
Right.
been in them situations. You've
Right.
been in that fire. But when
Right.
I see other coaches that haven't been in the fire and then they just gave you a clipboard because of your name, I don't like that.
you're right,
haven't
Cleve.
won, you haven't won nothing. And I don't care who get mad when they see
you in
this.
a tournament?
You been in a tournament. You never came off the bench.
Come on, man.
You were a guy that just sat there
Come on,
and
man.
sat there, and now they gave you a clipboard. You're telling the kid to do this and do that, but you never did that. That don't sit good with me. You know what I mean? I think a lot of coaches get spots off their name, and
And I'm
people that know.
gonna harp on what you saying, bro. Once we got done hooping, we ain't try to go work at Jiffy Lube.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know Jiffy Lube. I don't know how to change oil. I don't know
Right.
nothing, but I know why that nail is in the middle of the floor on every court.
Right.
A lot of people don't even know that.
Right.
Like I even know that they changed the, like I even like the way the ball goes through the net. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how locked in I be to basketball. Like
Right.
it's stuff that I just love about the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I put out there. And granted, I still got the baseball coming, but right now I want to go ahead and solidify this. But this game of basketball, it reaches a demographic that I think that we need to get a hold on.
Yeah.
If you feel what
Yep.
I'm saying
Yep.
between the lines, you know what I'm
100%.
saying? Like
Fuck that.
You know what I'm saying?
Split them lines. The ones that know the game, been in the game, love the game, and understand the game are the ones who need to teach the game. You just can't love the game
you can't just ride a wave.
and want to teach the game because now you're gonna teach the game the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
And that's what we trying to stop, like fundamentals.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what
Your
I'm
whole
saying?
fundamentals where it's a square up, pivot, whatever. Yeah, you might can teach the basic, but it's 2020. You feel me? So now these kids is coming out, reverse pivoting,
Yeah.
sidestepping.
Yeah.
Everybody got the extra. So now you got to adapt
Yep.
with the times
Yep.
along with the basics.
Yep.
And if you ain't never did it and you ain't never been out there,
You missed
way
the
to
whole.
tell
and
them
again,
how to
like you
do
say,
it.
it's levels.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? It's levels. You can tell him how to do a pick and roll, but what happens when he's playing better levels and then they jump it? Or the man's slipping it because he ain't hitting the jumper that
Right.
well. Or his man is rolling the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
different
Right.
things. But you can't tell the kid that because you ain't been in that situation.
Right.
And that's the only thing that irks me with certain things when it comes down to the coaching. I understand we have the love for the kids and we want, but if you really want to teach the game, know the game, learn the game, because for somebody like me,
It's bigger than the box score too, though. You know what I'm saying?
somebody like me, I don't like
and
nobody to
that's-
disrespect the game.
and
Don't
that-
disrespect
don't
the game.
disrespect the game.
You
Don't
feel me?
disrespect the game. And that's my thing, because it's like a lot of people get caught up in the box score, but I think we need to teach the stuff that's not in the box score because, like you
Right.
said, it's easy to grab rebound, it's easy to score the bucket, it's easy to make the right pass, but to be able to know what pass is the right pass, what shot is the right shot, when do I get this teammate involved, or how to get back on defense, where's my assignment to read on the defensive
We give
assignments
up a
when the
good
D
shot for a
rotate.
great shot.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff that we try to teach, man. Because
Yes, sir.
like you said, and it's crazy because when you have a conversation, you put it in perspective, and you just said it, and you said that stuff is easy,
Yeah.
and like we know that, but none of us really looked at it like because we don't really teach that stuff. We teach the stuff that's gonna separate you,
Right.
Because when
Right.
everybody gets 15, 16, now the playing field's level. You don't judge nothing from 6 to fucking 12.
Never.
You start judging at 15, 16 years old because everybody's about to catch up to each other.
Right.
So that small
You
kid,
be an
Bruce
Aryan,
mentions,
you be an
that
Aryan,
fat
right.
kid,
Right.
that fat kid that tuned up.
Yeah, ninth
That
grade
kid,
play
you
against
know what I'm
12th
saying?
grade.
Exactly. So I just commend you on that, bro, because for me, you paved the way. You know what I'm saying? Because whether or not you at least sparked the interest of Jordan, who started what he was doing to bring me and Kev along, which enabled us to do what we're doing now. You know what I'm saying?
wound up
Providing
convincing me.
exactly, getting him out there. So
They drugged me.
in all reality, if you don't go overseas and you don't go to Goldie for that have that 9th grade year at Goldie, you don't go overseas, because I think that's kind of probably what, along with seeing your environment, what's around you, that might have sparked you towards getting into the kids. But whatever the reason is, though, the fact that you dove into it 1st and laid the groundwork, I just appreciate you for that, bro. Because without you doing that, who knows if we get back into it? You know what I'm saying? So,
I
definitely
don't.
but
It's real.
It's good to see though, bro.
you know what I'm saying.
Good to
But
see,
so
man.
the one message that I want you to give to the youth though is like, we asked all the guests, what is something that Derek now would have told Derek going into 11th grade, or your nephew, or that one kid right now at 13 years old? Like, what is the one message that you think should hit home? Like yesterday, Keon said, make sure your circle's tight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's one of the major ones right there.
Yeah. Honestly, work hard and fear nothing, man. Like
That's real.
I feel like you can apply that pretty much anywhere, man. Just work harder than the next man and fear nothing. Like
That
it's,
fear goes back to everyone gets a name.
Right.
Don't worry about his name.
Mhm.
Worry about what your parents named you.
right. And a lot of mistakes, a lot of second guessing, a lot of dumb stuff happens because people just scared. They're afraid to make a mistake. They're afraid to get yelled at. They're afraid to look bad. Whatever the case may be, they're afraid of something. But what's gonna happen in life is, in this game, it's gonna humble you one way or another.
Yes, it will. This game of life, oh my goodness.
It's gonna humble you one way or another.
Yes, indeed.
So it's always gonna be a point where you gonna have to step back and be like, man, I wasn't as good as I thought, or I didn't do as well as I thought. You gonna have to figure it out.
Yeah,
Stop being afraid to make that mistake.
right.
Like, a coach is gonna correct you whether you
Right or wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to correct you, period. And then I tell kids also, it's like, why do something halfway
I have to do it again.
and have to do it again if you can just do it 100% the first time?
And
That's
then
it.
be done with
And be done with it. And even if you do it 100% the first time, make a mistake, I can correct that.
I'm cool with that.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool with it.
Like,
You can do everything right and miss the layup.
Cause
I'm cool with that.
that's the other thing. Like, if we're gonna run 4 suicides, run them first 4 like they're your last 4.
Get him out
And
the
we
way.
done.
You know what I'm saying? We
If
done.
y'all bullshit,
too many.
I tell you what, we gonna run them again.
Why do I got to threaten you to get it done?
Because we look at it like this. Okay, if you're giving that energy from the rip, I don't have nothing to worry about. Now I'm
Right.
just showing you what to do. If you're giving me the energy during that drill, we good. But if I see you slacking now, I gotta turn up on you. You know what I'm saying? But if you give that energy, you're getting better, and I can see you getting better versus us being out here wasting time. 5 hours of bullshit don't amount to 45 minutes of locking in and putting in some real work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things we try to emphasize. Is like, it don't matter how long we here, just do it like it's your last one.
Right.
Cause that last one gonna come like that.
Yep. And it's, you can't control, like, you're not going to play like that.
Nah.
Like, I try to get them like, bro, you can, if you practice something 75% all the time, you can perfect something at 75%. You step on that floor, you're going to have miles an hour. If you're going 100%, your
You
adrenaline gonna kick
need
in.
that 25% you
And
missed.
that 25% you didn't put in,
It's gonna show.
it's gonna show.
They
Like
gonna miss it.
it's
That's right.
not gonna just pop
You
up,
can't
bro.
get that move off.
Yeah, 'cause you're not used to being in that
You
gear.
didn't work on it. I'm like, yo, you play how you practice,
That's
dog. I don't care how. And it's hard to steer a parked car, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, like it's hard to steer a parked car. So if you ain't doing nothing, I can't really steer you nowhere. But if you going 100 miles an hour, all I gotta do is shift you this way, shift you that
Break
way,
you down a little bit,
Yup.
get you comfortable,
Yup.
and then we can go ahead and go.
and we always moving forward, dog. But
And that's real though, bro.
This is where it gets hard because that start, that bench, that cut.
And we're gonna get there. I do want to ask him one more thing though, bro. And I want you to ask him that start bench cut too, definitely. But I want to know, what do you think of Coach Tingle? Because we didn't get your answer on that. But what did Coach Tingle do for you?
he kind of taught me what hard work was when it came to competition, bro. When he first started coaching us, he was still heavy in the lifting.
Yeah.
Like, you remember he used to go to like weightlifting competitions stuff.
And they used to always be in the gym too. Him, Coach Hall, and Davis.
How I lift now is because I learned from him.
Yep.
Real shit. The save is that little joints. I learned that from Coach Hall.
Yep, and it's hard work and discipline. Honestly, that's the two main cores of what I got from Tingle. Because like I said, he came my senior year, and I always say I'm talking to Jordan Duff, whoever that played. I always say if Tingle had got that job in May instead of August, I still think we go to the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I still think because he didn't get the job until like it was like August.
Yeah,
So
because they was split. Y'all was playing
That
with
whole-
Troy
yep,
in
that
the
whole
summer,
summer,
and
yep.
we was playing with Tingle.
Yep. I really feel like if he had got that job in June or whatever, if we had that summer.
Oh, y'all, I forgot about
Bro,
that. We
yeah.
was Seaford won that league.
Yep.
Yeah, because it was him, Duff, Jordan, Mackey, Jimmy Allen.
Yeah.
Shout out Jimmy. We got him on here too.
Right.
And that little jumper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't had nothing back then.
That's all
Wasn't had nothing back then. It was like music back then. I wish I was here to tell cuz.
And another one
quick.
is, who was your toughest matchup that you could ever remember? One or two of your toughest matchups that you could ever remember. You're like, yo,
It's like a certain level or just period.
college on down.
College is a dude named Christian Burns. Nope, I'm sorry. He was second. A dude named Michael Stearns. Came my senior year. Came from Texas. Dude was like 6'5", guard. And everything he did was just hard. Like when you say, yo, go hard on the court, he went hard on the court. Like he didn't have crazy pat,
Yeah.
but he was gonna get from spot A to spot B, and he was gonna get to wherever he wanted. Either he was gonna keep attacking and bump you, or he was gonna pull up. But like everything he did was hard, and it was tough because you really couldn't gauge what he was about to do.
Right.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Everything he does is hard.
Everything
so
will do hard.
If he hesses you gotta be ready to slide because he's going hard. So if he pulls up, you're still sliding because you know you think he's getting ready to go by you.
Yep.
So yeah, I understand that.
If you cross up that hezzy, you might be done.
So who in
So-
so who in high school that you can remember your junior or senior year, like when you
Drew.
went against him?
Drew Weatherly.
Yeah.
Because
Yes, sir.
he was just a grown man in high school, bro.
Shout out, bro. Shout
Bro.
out, bro.
Sure, man. It's a grown man in high school, bro.
Cuz, the floor is all yours. Take us on out.
Man, start bench cut. He got smoking meat. And you.
Well, Smoke, meaning Kyle, Shamik, Thompson, and Derek. That's what we want to see. Who are you starting? Who are you benching? And who are you cutting for the people?
Well, there's only 2 spots left. I'm starting. Like,
Okay.
that's- We just gonna make that clear.
Well, it's only one spot left.
As you should say.
last guy-
If you come from our camp, you better say that you start. Shit. I don't give a damn if you said Derek, Kyle, and Ray. Motherfucker, start me.
Start
It
there.
don't really matter who's playing and who's not because we're all at the game.
Yes, we
So
are.
the guy that don't make the roster, he's eating popcorn,
And
he's
at
cheering us on, all out of love, because we come up on
And at the end of the day, I don't give a damn if you came from Cape. I already know what you built like. So I ain't
So we
from
already knew you
Trent
was
to that area
You know
to
what
Derek.
I'm saying?
It don't even matter. We already know what's behind the ribs. All them boys, man.
Young boys.
So Derek said you starting.
Yeah.
What, Shamik coming off the bench?
That breath sound like he buying popcorn this game.
I'm about to say, Shamik like he got my spot 10th grade year.
Listen,
The
man.
best seat in the house.
And it's all out of love.
It's all out of
I
love.
love Meek. It ain't too many I'm gonna take over him, but he would be cutting this one.
Yes, he
Kyle
will.
man.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
And I think that's the right order, though.
Yeah.
You know
And
what
Nick
I'm
know
saying?
that.
That's a
Watch this
respectful-
tape.
Yes,
He's
respectful-
laughing.
Yeah.
I expect for you to start. I wouldn't see it no other way.
Right.
Me personally, I think you flip Flip you or Kyle. I'm gonna always lean towards Kyle because. But
Yeah, rightfully so.
But I know you in your prime, and if Kyle don't come correct, his ass gonna be in the rim. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be in the rim.
You got to figure
Maybe
his
what
junior year, I
Stephon
didn't
was.
have to take off.
Yeah,
so
you know
I
what I'm
wasn't
saying?
really
So,
there yet.
Right.
I feel like you and Kyle can flip, but Meek is always gonna be little bro though. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
100%, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
It ain't too
and he
bad.
always know what it is.
It ain't too many people taking over.
No, we was grown men.
Talk.
We was grown men playing in leagues, and I know, Kev knows, Shamik, you're the second best player on this team. But you're still getting cussed out. You're still getting yelled at. That still was a dumbass fucking turnover, and you passed it late. You know what I'm saying? At all times.
And then the crazy part is, like again, shout out to Meek, when we had left, and I seen his transition,
Yeah.
when he
Yeah.
was taking over.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. It
I'm
made
like,
me
yo,
proud.
I'm like, yo, you got the keys now. I'm like, yeah, you got the keys now.
Well,
Boy, it's
he
cold.
did all the dumb shit. He come with me. Bring it back with a flat tire, no gas, window broke. Damn, you gonna take care of the car? So finally, when he kicked us out the car, and he had the car to himself, he knew how to treat it.
Right.
Man, shout out Meek again, man. But Sad,
For sure.
appreciate you, baby.
No
Man,
doubt.
appreciate you, man.
Always.
Appreciate you.
All love,
Man,
baby.
once again, folks,
sir,
appreciate
sir.
y'all tuning in with the guys, man.
Shout out Feel Good Media. We
Shout out Feel Good
You know what I
Media.
mean?
Sure, man.
Feel Good Media on
You had to come from
Instagram.
behind the scenes one time, let him see your face.
Holla at us, man. We got the t-shirts jumping, man. Season about to start. Derek about to start his
Man, all
season.
types of
All in
colors,
Academy.
All types of
Man, be
colors.
on the lookout for everything on Facebook, man. Like, share, subscribe, everything, man. We trying to build up the community, man.
For sure.
Till next time, peace.
Appreciate it, man.
Shout out to Feel Good Media. Up next, the usual suspects.